are live here on the internet, ready to experience some corporate horror tonight. As I was telling my wonderful agents before, and chat actually before we went live, I'm out to hurt feelings tonight. So everyone just needs to be ready for that right now.
I am ready to cry.
Good.
Please.
I love it.
Cry out of every eye.
I was gonna say,
Cry out of every eyeball.
Cry out of every
It's gonna
eye.
be a mess.
Honestly, if you actually cry and your eyes start melting, that's horrific. And I'm not ready for that.
So welcome everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight at BlackwaterDnD for our Triangle Agency mini-series, The Right Angle. I am your general manager this evening. We're very excited to bring you this fantastic indie TTRPG. I'm going to get through some very quick announcements before we dive in and we have more fun. But if you haven't gone and backed Triangle Agency on Kickstarter yet, what
are you even doing?
What are you doing with your whole fucking life?
You're
what are you
running
doing
out of time. Now is
Open
the time
another
to
tab.
do it.
And do that right now.
Type
The
exclamation
Kickstarter,
point triangle, BB.
that's the one. And the Kickstarter closes tomorrow. And we're very close to Ultimate Transcendence at $333,333. And I will lose my mind and maybe be nicer to these players if we hit that this evening during chat. So that is motivation for
Please.
all of you to go.
Oh my god.
do
That's how
this
we
Please,
now.
we need them to
this.
be nice to us, please.
This is the weirdest form of blackmail. 'Cause
You do need to go do it. So if you don't know what this is, and this is your first time watching, Triangle Agency is a narratively focused game of paranormal investigation, corporate horror, and sci-fi fantasy created by Caleb Zane Hewitt and Sean Ireland. All of the some of the background stuff is created by Triangle Agency, and the stuff that you will see like at the in the wait sequence and at the break comes from the Triangle Agency Kickstarter itself. Caleb was very gracious enough to let me use a lot of their pre-released images. So thank you so much for that. We're super, super proud to be part of this Kickstarter. And also go join the Triangle Agency Discord, or the Haunted Table Discord right now. It is amazing. I have been having a really great time bouncing some ideas off of the wonderful folks in that Discord and talking to them about this episode tonight. So it's been really great. And I know this is the final episode of our series this evening, part 3 of 3, but I am very excited to say that we are going to be back in September with Arc 2 of our Triangle Agency series, featuring some familiar faces, some new faces, and an all-new mission. So I am very, very excited to announce that Triangle Agency is going to become a regular part of our Blackwater streaming lineup. I'm going to try and put out a new series like every 3 months, because that seems reasonable, and always
Seems
in
right.
3 episode arcs. So yeah, I'm very, very excited. Please type exclamation point triangle in the chat to go follow the links, to go join the Discord, support this amazing game. I'm obsessed with it, and you should be too. Okay, so I am going to acknowledge tonight that we are streaming from the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territories of the Coast Salish, Squamish, Stolo, and Musqueam peoples. And while our story takes place in Turnian City tonight, it is an honor to live, work, and play on these lands. A huge thank you to Faye for running our tech this evening. Thank you. And a very big thank you to our campaign artist, Kelsey. You can find her at Rogue Uzu on Twitter. So thank you very much for bringing these wonderful characters to life. If you like what you see here, give us a follow and come watch our main campaign Mondays at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for a very awesome high fantasy game that we play live in studio with Tim as our DM, which is pretty amazing and wonderful. Okay, so these are my wonderful field agents this evening. So we're going to go around the table, and my wonderful field agents, you're going to tell us what your character name is and who you are playing tonight, starting with Cody.
Hi, my name is Cody. Why did I say up? I should probably know that. Tonight I'm playing Agent Indigo Briar. My arc, I am a whisper romantic hotline.
We love this. And next in the order, Anne.
Hello, I'm No Man. I'm going to be playing SohCahToa, known to her new best friends as So. And So is a dream newborn, know nothing baby intern.
Wonderful. And Faye, go ahead.
Hello, hi. I am Faye. I am playing Heather Olivier-Thompson, and my arc is hold on, I know this. My anomaly is catalog. My reality is overbooked. What a mood. And my competency is PR. So
Amazing.
I'm excited
Fantastic.
to try and put out the fires that this team inevitably will create tonight.
Many fires, many fires. Tim.
Hey, I'm Tim. I use he, him pronouns. My character is Dunn Kruger, and oh boy, his anomaly is manifold. His reality is struggling, and his competency is Gravedigger.
Fantastic. And last, but certainly not least, returning from their own virus anomaly last week is Pond.
Hello, I'm Pond. My pronouns are they, them. Tonight I am playing generic nickname, any pronouns, and my anomaly is Drain. My reality is Creature, and my competency is Barista. I don't
Fantastic.
have my coffee carafe tonight, unfortunately. So,
But you are wearing a very beautiful apron.
I
And that
am
is
wearing
enough.
an apron. I'm committed to the bit.
And I mean, canonically, you are carrying a sweet little pouch of ambrosia in your
It's-
pocket.
I
so,
do.
Yes. Just in case. Amazing. So welcome back to my fantastic agents, and welcome back to everyone watching us tonight. I know Caleb is out there. Caleb, thank you so much for being here. Some of the wonderful folks from the Haunted Table Discord are here, as well as folks from No Man's community and some of our very own Blackwater folks. So thank you from the bottom of the void where my heart used to be. So thank you for coming in tonight. As
Me
a
after this
caveat,
episode.
Yes, exactly. You after this episode. As a caveat, this game involves corporate horror and horror more generally. So please take care of yourself if you need to. Our cast employs a lot of safety tools at the table that we use consistently, and there's never anything wrong with stepping away from the stream if you need to. You will also notice in this game that I don't play all of the NPCs. Some of our players will be doing that, which is also really, really exciting. I have one final announcement before we clock in, is that there is I believe 4 days left to vote for the Crit Awards. And what are the Crit Awards, you might ask? They are a new TTRPG awards that have come up. The finale is going, the announcements are going to be at Gen Con, which I will be at Gen Con. So if you're going to Gen Con, please come say hi to me. It's going to be great. But our very own Tim is nominated for Best D&D DM, which is huge and amazing. So please, you can type !crit in the chat, and that will take you right to the link to go vote. And there's amazing other creators in there, so please go vote for all of the folks that whose content you enjoy. And that's it. Are you folks ready? Are you ready, my
Ready.
agents?
Don't know, but I guess
No.
so.
You know, I have control over this now, and if I never press the button,
That's a good point.
Dunn is never ready for anything.
Also, I'm just reading in the chat here that the wonderful folks from Haunted Table will be at Gen Con. So that means
God,
that
Faye.
we are gonna hug in.
friends.
Let's be friends in real life.
my
Amazing.
gosh.
oh my
Okay,
goodness.
In the
So-
meat space.
in the real meat space. So grab your D4s and anything triangular around you, and let's clock in for the final episode of The Right Angle. Hit it, Faye. We are back. All right, my dear, dear agents, welcome to the first job of the rest of your life.
I miss it
Mm.
already.
I know. Last we saw our agents, they were on the hunt for a C-suite agency executive gone rogue. Given very little to go on, they navigated an imprisoning anomaly in the form of elevator muzak and then dropped off the anomaly at the vault. They met Tony Galudo, head of R&D, who gave them insight into some of the missing anomalies that have been plaguing the agency and information about the one anomaly that was left outstanding, an anomaly called Nobody, who was taken and stolen away from retrieval by former agency executive Albrecht Dunst. They used Tony's whiteboard to manifest a meeting with Albrecht and becoming friends with him. And then set about investigating Ashley Mainwaring's office. They found evidence that she had been looking into the anomaly's disappearance, and as the main head assistant of Garrett Parker-Roy, the CSO executive gone missing, Ashley had been blamed for the agency's inability to retrieve their quarry. Head of reception Geneva Beecham filled them in a little bit more about the missing anomaly and her ties to it, and sent them towards the scheduling office, where they found Ashley under the control of an alluring anomaly who had brought Misty, Heather's wife, Uncle Jay, Dunn's uncle, and Jonathan, Indigo's paramour, to the office to assist her in fixing the schedule. Tensions rose as Ashley threatened the connections of our agents, with Dunn almost going for his ripple gun, but SoHCah managed to use one of her abilities to take on the guise of Garrett Parker-Roy and complimented Ashley on her job well done, releasing her from the anomaly's clutches. Once Ashley came to her senses, she promptly quit, leaving our agents now with the connections in the room, with 3 loose ends remaining in the scheduling office. And as you stand there, normal briefcase in hand, Dunn remembered that despite the fact that he had left Harlan, his colleague downstairs, in charge, it was time to switch your switches. I will also remind you, my dear agents, that you have one captured anomaly with you. Returning this anomaly to the deposit office, as you did last time, will essentially allow you to regain what's the equivalent of a long rest. You will regain all spent abilities and all of your lost quality assurances. And additionally, I am obligated to remind you of the access to your life insurance policy. As agents, you have access to 3 emergency assurances as the first part of the benefits of your policy. When you take damage, it is called harm. For each point of harm, you can spend 1 emergency assurance to ignore the damage. Once you have 0 emergency assurances, you're dead. That's it. Death as well activates the second benefit of your policy. You can take 9 demerits to be retrieved from to be revived in the agency's break room with all of your memories intact. But however, in the event that resurrecting an agent is not cost effective to the agency, your loved ones will be provided with a small stipend and an NDA. Does that make sense for everyone? Good?
Mhm.
Yes? Okay. So as we freeze in, this is my favorite. I love this so deeply. As we freeze here in this moment in time, nickname. You have finally come back to your senses, having been out of it and really reeling for this last leg of the mission. And you had tapped into your ability to know SoHCah and Indigo's deepest desires from the very first episode. So, SoHCah, if
Yes.
nickname was able to tap into your deepest desire, what would they find?
SoHCah's deepest, darkest desire is that she wants a friend who relates to her the way that humans tend to relate to each other.
That's very sweet. That's very, very sweet. I love that very much.
She was born yesterday. I'm sure she'll get lots of hedonism soon, but right now it's like that and some more boba.
Yeah. So pure and
Blah, blah,
wholesome. I love
Yeah.
this. And Indigo, if you were to finally let someone so close to you, what would they find? What are your deepest desires?
Indigo's deepest desire is to, one, be loved I think unconditionally in the way that they love others and
Oh.
feel worthy of that love
Oh
at
my
the same time.
god, why is everyone so sad in our game?
So wholesome. I love it.
My
I have the tendency right now is like when people post if you're mean to me, this is a picture of who you're hurting. And in any case, as we freeze here in this moment in time, nickname, you now carry that information. You carry it deep within you and you feel it spark the hunger you have, that drive you have. You feel that desire, and I will allow you one free burnout release because of that.
Okay.
All right, my dears, there are a couple things on the docket. You have 3 loose ends standing in front of you, and as a rule, they will change over to 3 chaos apiece if you leave them undone. You have an anomaly with you that you could send back to the vault and see if Tony could help you in any way. You now need some leads on where Garrett Parker-Roy is, and Dunn, your switches need switching. What would you like to do?
Oh, look, your friends are here.
Yeah.
I would like to run over to my wife, please.
Amazing. And Misty is going to be played by
It's me.
Anne. Okay.
Is she, what's her state? How is she
So
doing?
as of right now, Misty is pretty blank, remembers nothing, but has now shown up here at Heather's work, which she has never been allowed to come to work before. And you do not know how you got here.
So Misty is like in her chair, has been like, had this like draining thing, and she kind of like shakes the hair out of her face. She goes, babe, what's happening?
Oh, hello, my love. And
Hey.
I am going to, I think like as I walk over there, I am going to, or I guess like, I don't know, I want to do this like sort of mid-conversation, of saying, I want to use my what's over there ability. And
Amazing.
I want to,
For the folks at home, can you read what that is and what it does?
yes. So I describe an object that has always been there, and I roll attentiveness. So on a success, the object can be anything that fits unobtrusively in the room, and I would like to, basically walk up to Misty and say, "What's that you have in your hand?" And I want to put like a little sack lunch, some kind of like, I don't know, like maybe like stopped by, you know, something bread company, a copyright free bread company,
Yes.
and like decided to come by work is sort of the idea that I'm going for, that like essentially Misty decided to bring Heather lunch.
Oh,
Amazing.
So
yeah. I guess I think you forgot your lunch again. Sorry, I just feel really weird. I guess I brought you your lunch.
I do
Why
have
don't
to
you roll
for it.
attentiveness?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Immediately goes for girl boss gaslight.
well, here's the thing. I have to be really, really careful about this because I cannot lie to you. So
She receives demerits every time she lies to
I
somebody.
do indeed. So that is 2 3s, and I have, let's see, I have a single thing in attentiveness. I think I'm gonna use it because M is like, I have so much chaos and it's stressing me out. So
you're going to spend 3 to make it a stable success so I don't get any chaos from that.
Correct.
That's really rude of you, but I'll allow you to do that.
So I'm gonna spend one of my attentiveness boyos to make that into a 3, so it is a stable success. And then for each additional object above 1, I can add another object. So I'm gonna say like, in one hand there's like a lunch, in another hand there's like a small little chocolate bar. And just like little treats essentially. And then Heather's just gonna be like, Oh, babe, like that's so sweet. Thank you so much. And just kind of walk up and like hold her hands.
Yeah, of course you need to eat. You keep doing this. I know you're working long
I
hours,
know.
but like it's not good for you. I know.
know.
I know
Yeah.
you. But hey, who are all these people?
Oh, there's some of the people who work in other departments.
Yeah, I think that one's made of goo.
Oh, I I don't really know what's going on with that. So maybe it's like a skin condition or something. I
Oh,
wouldn't.
so
I
I'm
wouldn't.
so sorry. Oh my God.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
I don't really know how they feel about it, but probably not the best to bring
Right.
it up. Um, hey,
Right.
well, since you're here, why don't I walk you out and we can sort of catch up. You can tell me about your day, and we can snack on this a little bit.
Yeah, that one is like flickering and has way too many eyes.
That
Is-
actually our office sometimes has holograms.
Oh my God, that's so cool. You never
Mhm.
told me that.
Yeah, we're it's
Can you give me a little tour?
I'm really not supposed to, but I can point some things out while we head on out. Okay.
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 Amazing. So you take Misty, now officially that loose end tied up.
Oh my God,
You
that was so
take
stressful.
Misty out the front door, and I will allow you essentially to walk her out and then rejoin the folks as you go.
Thank God.
For Indigo and Dunn, you also have loose ends there. What would you like to do?
Uncle Jay. Uncle Jay, are you wearing?
Yeah.
Did you put on Daryl's VR set again? I think you're. I think you're in the
VR?
VR.
I'm
You're
not.
Yeah,
I don't
this
think
is a
I'm in the.
VR.
I'm not in the VR.
No, this is our VR meeting
No.
space. That's why there's
As-
it's so crazy in here. You know what? I can help you get them off. They're very immersive. So
I don't feel like there's nothing on my face.
that's what makes them so
Is-
amazing. And I actually know a shortcut out of here. I can get you
Oh,
right out
do
of here,
you?
right back to your living room.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would be so
Amazing.
great because I'm so confused. There is that person over there has too many eyes, and
it's a cool skin. It's rare.
hello, that's a skin. It's like one of them.
This is
one
my
of them.
skin.
Yeah,
yeah, it's
yeah.
yeah,
It's like
yeah.
it's like one of them night
Yeah.
fork games,
Yeah,
right?
exactly, like the
Yeah,
night fork.
the night fork games. You got to
Yeah.
buy the skins
So
for
we're just
'em.
gonna go ahead and get you right out of here, okay? Because
Okay.
I gotta get to
Yeah.
a game. I got a game starting pretty soon. So here
You got
I'm
a
just
game?
gonna-
You're not playing games on the clock now, are you done? Because you got to keep
no,
this job.
no,
You owe Daryl
it's
money.
yeah, no, I know it's part of the team building that we do here. So
All right.
here I know a shortcut. Right, it's just right over here.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll see that. I'll just put my hand here, and the wall will open up, and you'll be right back home in the living room. It'll feel like you didn't even take them off. You won't even know.
All right. That's pretty neat technology, done.
And would you like to use your I know a shortcut
Yes,
ability? Yes.
I
And can you, for the
will.
folks at home, can you describe to them what it does?
Okay, so I have the little thing shut up. But so when you want to get somewhere in a hurry, you can say the phrase "I know a shortcut" and then describe a short path to the discussed location. I have to roll initiative, and on a success, my directions are correct, no matter how impossible. For each additional 3 above 1, I can have an additional person use the shortcut as well. So I have to roll at least 2 3s. On a failure, my shortcut leads somewhere very inconvenient instead of the desired location. It is persistent and visible to anyone. So here we go.
No.
Ooh, okay, that's 2 3s.
Boom.
And I will spend 1 quality assurance to make it you know what? No, I'll give you a little bit of chaos.
Oh.
Just 1. Oh no, you get 4,
It's
don't you?
4.
Yeah.
okay,
she
I'll
is
spend
phase
one, I'll spend
four.
one.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, sir.
Just playing fast.
They're
and loose with the
learning.
chaos.
Em has informed me that if she has over 30 chaos, that she can just like kill one of us, just like straight up, just can do it.
Yeah.
We have life insurance. It's fine.
So I'm just
I don't
like
know
not
where you
sitting-
heard that
we're not
from.
sitting
Who
close
told
to
you that?
30.
I'm just
right?
like letting everyone know. I'm pretty sure we were at 28 when we left our last session. So
right on
No
the
chaos
edge.
for him.
So the wall opens up into our living room at the house, or the main floor.
Changing
We
sides.
live in the basement suite. And I just lead him through and then come back, or I just kind of like usher him through.
Amazing.
Oh, I just go right through here. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, Dunn.
Yeah.
Done. If any of those like break or they seem like they're getting rid of any of them, I've heard that virtual reality games are pretty cool. So if you want to just bring one home,
They're
you know,
pretty
that
cool.
would be
And
that'd
actually,
be neat.
I wasn't gonna say anything, Uncle Jay, but it actually like when outsiders come into the game, you have to pay for like an extra slot on your profile.
Uh-huh.
It's
Yeah.
it's about $5.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
well, hold on. Let me $5.
Yeah, I know. That's
God,
how
those microtransactions, they just get you
bad.
every time.
It's
All right,
really
hold on.
bad.
Let me just, and then he's going to bat down. Will it still work if this is, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not,
it
I can't
scans
just,
it scans the money. Yeah.
it scans the
it
cash?
scans the cash. It's a new feature.
And it just, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, well, hold on. Let me see how many I have. Done, I only have $4.
Okay, and you know what? That's okay.
Can you
I'll
just,
make up. I'll spot you $1.
okay. All
You
right.
can- you can give
Here's
me
the
back.
4.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Thank
All right.
you.
All right. I'll see you at home, Dunn. Don't forget you need to mow the lawn tomorrow.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna do it when I get off shift tonight in the
Okay.
morning after you wake up. Okay.
After I wake up, Dunn. After. All right. Thank
Right,
you.
or as soon as you wake. Okay, bye. Love you, Uncle Jake.
Well, yeah, you too.
Oh,
I will also say, Uncle Jay, you also carry in your hand a black credit card with the name Garrett Parker-Roy written on
Oh.
it. You have no idea how you got this.
Ooh.
And additionally, Dunn, you said you led him into the living room,
I
and I'm
like-
assuming you touched him.
No. I just gestured.
You
I just gestured. I was like, this is the way.
Okay, you didn't touch him.
I would never touch Uncle Jay. That's why I told him I love him. But I do love him.
You
And
do
I
love
tell
him,
him
but
that
would never touch him.
every time.
I would
Also,
never touch him.
I just want to point out too my other ability with struggling fly in your wallet. If you receive, lying on your resume. When you convince a non-agent to pay you for an action, you receive 1 free quality assurance on any related role to the any role related to that action. I
Okay.
guess.
So I mean, essentially you rolled, this was the follow-up to that initiative roll. So
Yeah.
I would say you can have that quality assurance back.
Yes.
Does this also count as done cleaning up a mess, or?
like seriously. Could I
Well-
have gotten something for giving a great excuse? Cause I feel like I
mean-
navigated that very very efficiently.
You know, at the end of the day, commendations are really separate from the chaos that you run. So yeah, I'll give you each a commendation.
I haven't gotten any commendations this entire game, and please.
Heather, you've never experienced a commendation before, especially after all those loose ends that you left. So as you help your wife, Misty, as you're walking back, you just feel it's almost like a true weight has been taken off of your shoulders as you feel a small amount of not unpleasant warmth as you receive your first ever commendation. Dunn, yes, this is, I would say, technically this is you cleaning up a mess. So yes, you may have one more commendation.
It's 5, baby.
Wonderful. Okay. And last but certainly not least, Indigo, you see Jonathan, who I believe is played by,
I think it's me.
I think that's you,
Yeah.
Tim, standing there.
Hey. You okay? What's wrong? Speak to me.
You can't do. Okay. No. Yeah.
It's okay. We can just be silent together.
Yeah.
It's nice.
You... Damn it.
It's your longest.
You...
I haven't see you pass by my door like you normally do. Is everything okay?
Yeah. Everything's okay. I'm just I didn't know we had like we were going to see a movie this weekend.
Yeah.
Our date. So
If you want to
Nice.
call it that.
yeah, I was just so sorry. Say again. You were coming up here to ask me like what movie we were gonna go watch.
Yeah.
Had two choices. I would like to use my ability. Say again.
And for the folks at home, can you describe what that is and what it does?
Yes. You may respond to a spoken sentence with the phrase "say again," and then you may tell the group what the target says instead of what they said initially. On a success, the target believes the new sentence is what they meant.
Amazing. So go ahead and roll.
Guys.
Everybody's just gaslighting. That's all we're doing here.
That's okay. Wonderful. That was an insane time. I only have 2d4, so I have to roll it in sets of 3. It was 2 2s twice, and then 2 3s.
Amazing.
So right at the end.
Okay.
So yeah,
So-
I'm basically trying to like give Jonathan just like a reason for being here and make them believe it.
Amazing. So as you do that, Jonathan, you believe that you are up here to finally answer the question of which movie you're going to go see with Indigo this weekend. And Cody, I have a very important question for you. Are you spending any quality assurances to bring that up to a stable success?
Here's the thing. I want to because it's like safer, but also I want to see what happens when you get more chaos.
You chaos monster. I
Because
can't.
that's also fun. So I'm not going to.
Wonderful. So I gain 4 chaos from that.
Sick.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
This is where you fuck around and we find out. Like,
We're gonna go see Triassic Park, aren't we?
Yeah, absolutely. And did you want do you want to meet there, or we could get coffee before? I could pick you up, or yeah, I'll pick you up.
Cool.
And then
Cool.
you want to go get do you want to go get coffee now? Like right now?
Yeah, sure.
Great. Yeah. Now sort of. I actually have to turn this. We got to turn something in, but I'll meet
Okay,
you there. Like
I'll meet you down there.
yeah, like 5-10 minutes.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
See ya.
So Jonathan thus walks out of the office.
Like
Zoom
that.
has gotten much better with its virtual backgrounds. So congratulations, you have all 3 loose ends tied up.
Goodness.
I do not get any chaos from any of those things. So having that dealt with, you all return to the scheduling office. What would you like to do now?
I still think we should go down to financials at some point just to check out GPR's where he's spending his money. Maybe we can find him that way.
You know,
I
Dunn,
also
I think that's a really good idea.
wow. I also really got to check on Harlan. I'm worried about the switches. Yeah. I should go down there right now. Maybe. Is that okay if I'll be quick. I promise.
I mean, we can meet you in financials if you want.
I would like to go with all of you.
oh,
But
Oh,
if you
wow.
guys want to drop off that briefcase.
well, do you want to go see your friend Harlan?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I really want to check on those switches.
Okay, let us go and make a new friend.
Okay. You guys want to come down to where I work?
Yeah.
Isn't that what you
Sure.
asked?
I wanted to go. I didn't know you guys wanted to come too, but that's really cool. It's Stark. And please don't touch the switches, okay?
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, Dunn.
Okay, so you are headed down to Dunn's office of work down in janitorial. janitorial. And you are heading down to the switch room. Dunn leads you down the vast system of hallways and staircases. There's no elevator down to this part, so you have to kind of navigate those rooms and down the narrow hallways. And as you approach down towards your office, Dunn, you pass the janitorial locker room. You look in very briefly. Harlan isn't there, but his time card is still punched in. And so, yeah.
Gonna kill that guy. Okay, I just gotta do the switches real quick.
So you go towards the switch room, and the switch room is closed. The door is locked, and you hear an alarm going off inside.
Oh, this is.
Is that
so
supposed to
bad.
happen?
No. Okay, I gotta get through this door. I gotta get to the switches. This is really bad.
Is the thing on the outside, like, could the access pass that we have get us in here, or would it be a different thing?
There is an access pass on the switch. Yeah, you can give it a try and see if it works.
Boop.
As Heather quickly swipes the access pass, the door unlocks and swings open. Done inside, you see that the lights are flickering in patterns, and it's like it's strobing, so you can't quite see everything in all at once. Your eyes are darting all around the room, and you're able to pick up a various amount of information. I'm going to spend 10 chaos here. And
Picked me.
I'm in danger.
The first thing you see, the first place your eye draws, is that you see Harlan lying on the ground, and he is dead. He has been strangled with a tie.
Somebody killed him before I could kill him. Oh.
And the tie looks expensive.
Okay, I think we found Garrett Parker-Roy.
As your eyes move around the room again, trying to catch glimpses of things, you see where the source of the alarm is coming from. You see that the switches have been flipped, but in the wrong order.
Oh, okay. I gotta fix him. Can I do a double take, use my double take ability? I'm attempting something risky because I
Okay.
want to see if I can basically try every combination of the switches to get them back to normal. So I'm unfolding myself into several possibilities and then folding myself back into the best one.
Amazing. Okay, so do you have to roll to do that?
Yes, I have to roll professionalism.
Wonderful, do so.
Which I have no.
So you are rolling with burnout. It is -1. Do you have anything that you can do to release your burnout?
I don't. No, I don't think so.
Your burnout release
Where's my
is when you
burnout?
spend money on yourself instead of your struggling debt.
Oh, yeah. I would say I turn to them and I go, if this works, I'm gonna buy myself the biggest candy bar in the vending machine. And I put $5 on the table.
Oh.
Okay, I will allow you a burnout release with that.
Oh, thank God. Because I rolled 1 3.
Okay, so that is a success, and I will take the other 5 for chaos.
So you watch as like Dunn, it looks like versions of Dunn kind of pop out from himself, all like from the waist up, just like multiple hands reaching out onto all of the switches, flipping them in various orders until he finds the right sequence that stops the alarm, and then he folds back into that one.
You do so, Dunn, and it's wild to watch. Dunn is usually someone who moves at a slower more deliberate pace than the rest of you are used to, but you watch him suddenly, multiple versions of him, different looks, different iterations of himself, as if Dunn has been spread across multiple realities, all unfold from himself and with lightning speed move through the switches. And finally, the alarm goes off. Dunn, I guess this is a question for you, and I'll allow you to try and answer me as honestly as you can. How much did Albrecht tell you about why you had to flip these switches?
I don't think he just said it was a catastrophe if I didn't. It was like the results could be catastrophic if I didn't flip them in the right order, the exact order that he showed me.
Okay. So you don't know what these switches do.
No.
Okay. I would say, and I'm going to give you, I would say if any of you have an ability that allows you to find hidden knowledge in a room, I would allow you to use that now. And you are absolutely correct, Nox. I did just get a rebate on my chaos. Thank you so much.
It was half off.
Half off.
It was technically a 30% discount because I spent 10 and got 7 back. Does anyone have any abilities to find hidden knowledge in a room?
If
Not
there's
unless it's a living thing.
If there's a frame,
No.
just switches.
Just the switches on the wall. It's like a concrete room with switches. And so
I
it
can
looks
retrieve
like
something that is what someone in the wants the most in the world right now. So if someone really wants to know what these switches do and wants like an instruction manual, I can make that happen. It's a little bit risky, and by risky I mean an anomalous risky.
I mean, I definitely think Indigo would be curious about why we're in this room and what the switches do.
Is it?
Did they stop? Did the alarm stop?
the alarm stopped. The lights are still flickering and strobing, and Harlan's dead body with the tie around his neck is still present in the room, yes. But the alarm has stopped blaring.
I just.
Hey,
Oh, I was just gonna say it's like the thing that happens if I use it is that I get the single object that person wants most in the world right now. So I'm just saying if that's just letting everyone know that.
Question, is it like overhead lighting? Like what's the lights are flickering, what kind are they?
I would say they're like LEDs.
Like a screw-in bulb?
Yep.
So's gonna reach up and unscrew the light bulb.
Amazing.
That was stressing me out. Now it is dark, which I prefer.
I have to go put Harlan away.
Oh.
So
Is he
I'll leave the
normally
tie. No, but it just he just has to go away now that he's dead. So I'm just gonna. It's just a janitorial thing. So I'll leave the tie because that seems important, and I'm just gonna go put Harlan away.
Should we check his pockets or?
probably search the
Is that-
body.
I don't know if that's rude.
I don't mind. I don't mind touching the
No, I mean,
dead guy.
I can just, and then I'm just gonna wiggle my fingies into Harlan's pockets, from where I'm standing, which is like 5 feet away.
Amazing. So you watch
Literally.
as Nickname drops one of their hands down, and it just slowly starts to extend over towards Harlan's body on the floor. And as you take a look through, I will say you find like a simple jumpsuit. You find his wallet, which is just has like his driver's license in it, and like a bank card, and some, a discount card for a local restaurant. That's about it. And you also find a very expensive pocket square.
I'm gonna grab the pocket square.
Okay.
Does
As
it
you-
match the tie?
It absolutely does, in the same shade. And as you investigate the pocket square, it says GPR in initials embroidered on the front.
This seems important. It says GPR. Is that important?
Yes, those are the initials of Garrett Parker-Roy, the person we are seeking.
Ha! Well, we found part of him.
Is this Garrett Parker-Roy?
No, this is Harlan. He was
I'm gonna try and I'm gonna pull at Harlan's face to see if it comes off.
No, it's so you don't know a lot about
Anything.
humanity and
Yes.
humans. Do you what do you expect the face to do as you go in and pull at it?
Well, I think that SoHCah is questioning whether or not this person can change form the
Mm,
same way that she can.
Right.
And that there's something malleable about this face, like if it's clay or if it just pulls off like a mask, if there are
Okay.
layers of faces, if one of them could be Garrett. SoHCah isn't I don't think SoHCah's ever actually touched a human's face.
Okay.
So I don't know what she's expecting.
Okay. So this is quite a stark. You're almost. It's quite shocking. As you pull at Harlan's face, his face turns towards you, and you didn't notice this, but his eyes are open and they just stare at you.
Hello.
Nothing.
Hmm.
why don't I'll just go put him away. And I start dragging him into the other room.
You take him into the
Goodbye.
janitorial locker.
Yeah.
And what would you like to do with him when you're in there?
When I'm in there, I kind of brush some dirt away on the floor, and there's a seam, and I sort of push down on it, and it opens up, and there's a coffin inside. I'm going to use my initial requisition, Dracula's coffin. Once permission, you can exhume the coffin to place something inside that can fit, and when the coffin is returned to the dirt, whatever is placed inside never existed.
Amazing. So
Wait, never existed?
Never existed.
Harlan!
So
Who?
tell me how and what do you say anything to Harlan's body, or what do you do as you place him down into your Dracula's coffin?
I push off the dirt that's on top of the coffin on one side.
What color is the silk that lines this coffin?
As I open it, it's red. It's company red. I go, I mean, you had one job, Harlan. You didn't flip the switches, okay? So
Technically, that was not Harlan's job. That was your job.
no, but it was my job because it was his job today. He was in training. It's just it's how we do things in janitorial, and it's been nice knowing you, and pretty soon we all won't. And I push him into the coffin, and I shut the lid, and his memory is erased.
And I will say, Dunn, to put my own spin on this, and because I am going for feelings this evening, you remember. The rest of you immediately forget that there was ever a body on the floor. You forget that Dunn has been talking about Harlan. All you remember is that Dunn said the switches needed flicking. You came downstairs, you opened the door, the alarm was going off. Dunn went in, flipped the switches, and now you're standing in the janitorial room for no apparent reason.
Do we still have the tie and or also the pocket square?
Yes, you do still have those things, but they just seem to have been on the floor of the switches office.
Dunn, did you take care of everything that you need to?
Yeah. It's I guess that's the problem, that GPR was down here for some reason.
Oh.
Oh, he caused the alarm? Hey, what
Yeah.
happens if you don't flip these right? What's up with the switches?
Honestly, catastrophe. So it's a good thing we got here when we did. Thank you for indulging me.
Also, I find it really weird that that something so important they wouldn't put anyone on, but I guess everyone's understaffed these days, so.
Yeah, that's why I came down here now, because I don't have to do it all the time. It's just at certain times, so I got to get it done.
Question.
Mm.
Is Garrett Parker-Roy very small? Because this is a very small little towel or something.
No, that's a pocket square. That goes in like the suit that I'm wearing. Indigo would point to themselves wearing like a double-breasted suit, but without a pocket square. It goes in this pocket.
So
supposed
just
to match your
stuffs
tie.
it in Indigo's pocket.
Oh. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, like that. But you pull it up in a triangle.
Oh, that feels appropriate for company branding.
And it is appropriate for company branding because both the tie and the pocket square are company red. And now, as you put this pocket square in your pocket, Indigo, it points up in a perfect company red triangle.
I guess to financials, or do we want to return the anomaly first?
Whichever's closest, I think.
Probably the vault.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'll put the light bulb back in. Just go. We've been in pitch black this whole time.
So as you put the light bulb back in, it continues to strobe,
I hate that.
and
Are the
you
lights
leave.
always like that in this area, in the janitorial?
No, that doesn't usually blink like that. I might have another one around here somewhere.
Sometimes I blink too when I'm stressed. Maybe the
Yeah.
light is stressed.
Yeah, that makes sense. That alarm going off. I would just look through some of the like the lockers, the janitorial lockers, the supply lockers.
Yeah,
If
you
there's
find
any
a new light bulb easy enough,
Yeah, okay, I'll put this one in.
and it strobes as well.
Okay, well, that's not our fault then. That's
Is-
that's
Oh,
One
sorry.
with the building.
yeah. Sorry, what do you have an idea?
Well, how many, like, okay, so to understand where we came into, there's only like one way in here and out of here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where, if they were just here, where did they go? We didn't see them on the way out.
The door was locked.
Is there any, like, I don't know, evidence of anything inside of the room, or like particularly like where is the light like strobing in the center, or is it like over like offset, like where like a table is, or
It is strobing in the center of the room, and it's odd. The pattern, you would expect it just to illuminate the center of the room, but it seems as if your eyes are pulled in kind of alternating patterns across the room. You know that the tie and the pocket square now were on the floor on their own. There's a small table off to the side where Dunn has put his $5 for the candy bar later. And there are a couple papers on the table, Dunn, that you would have put there when you had seen that kind of image of Ashley Mainwaring here this morning. And done for you. So this has been a couple hours. You've been gone for a couple hours at this point. You have no idea, and this is done for knowledge for Dunn. You have no idea how long the alarm has been going off for. You have no idea how long Harlan has been in this room, and you have no idea about when this door was closed.
Yeah, when I left earlier, everything was fine. I mean, I feel like the alarm couldn't have been going on for that long because, I mean,
surely things
it
would have
would've
fallen
been-
apart at that
yeah,
point.
a big catastrophe, but
Would you consider this blinking light to be catastrophic?
I mean,
I find it rather upsetting.
It is unpleasant.
This is one of the worst things that has ever happened to me.
Then maybe it's been going on for a little while. Then I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Did you have something nickname or pond?
I do. I have a question.
Yeah.
For my "Would you like some more" feature,
Yes.
do I have to see the person that I'm asking, or
Generally, yes.
if I knew their whole name, though?
How does the ability read it? Rules as written? We're gonna get granular with it.
Rules as written. Would you like some more? Say, "Would you like some more?" and roll empathy. On a success, the last thing they enjoyed, if it's available, is leverage or distraction far beyond its worth. For each additional 3 above 1, you may spread their desire among other nearby targets to a similar effect. So what I'm asking you is, could I attempt to offer Garrett Parker-Roy, if he's in the room, more of what he enjoyed most last?
Ooh.
Because we do have a feature with us in the party who can produce that.
Yes.
Be careful that you're not asking for murder, because those
Right,
are the,
yeah.
the most
Because,
recent
like,
things.
if
That
Does
I'm-
he like murder?
But if he likes murder, then we can just kind of handle that.
I
burn
can
that
make a
bridge when
copy
we
of
cross it.
myself, so
I will
can
say-
kill that.
I will say, nickname, while this is all going on, while everyone is kind of talking and figure out where to go next, your eyes are scanning the room. And as someone who has become very adept at hiding in dark places, as you came from a dark place, you are something that knows when things are something they're not. You absolutely know for a fact that Garrett Parker-Roy is not in this room.
Cool. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Good to know. I agree. I think we should go to financials.
Yeah, the strobe light is horrible.
This
Dang.
strobe light is awful. Is there could I Sorry, I'm just looking at my abilities here. I guess it would be to find hidden knowledge,
So
and I don't have that, so never mind.
This isn't an ability, but can SoHo, SoHo's almost a computer. Can she, I'm just trying to do some pattern recognition, because you said that the light's moving erratically. And SoHo's remembering the control on the walls
Yes.
with blood. She has the symbols with her on Dunn's blazer that she destroyed,
Wonderful.
or linen jacket. So I think she's just going to try and do a quick scan. Also, because she hates the light so much, I feel like she's getting agitated and staring at it.
Absolutely.
Like the way when there's a fly in the room and you're trying to sleep and you're like, I'm going to stare at this fly and just
What skill would you like to use for this?
I believe that this is
This would probably be
attentiveness.
Yeah, so finding the hidden details. A skill that allows you to find hidden details. I'm just looking at let me see here.
I believe it would be attentiveness is my
Let me just double check. I believe you. Yes, your skill at noticing detail, recalling information, and sensing when something is wrong. Absolutely. Please roll attentiveness.
I would love to.
Do you have any? Do you have quality assurances in this?
Yes. I didn't roll any threes.
Would you like to spend a quality assurance
yes,
to? Okay, so you'd like it to get.
I'll spend 3 quality assurances. I have 3.
Nice.
Wonderful. Also,
Yes.
Roll Prepared Games, thank you so much for the raid, friends. Welcome in. So you spend 3 whole quality assurances.
All of them. Oh God, we gotta deliver that thing back to the place, because that's all my boys. I got no more boys.
Wonderful.
more.
So as so you go quiet for a moment, and you two are looking around the room, and I will say that you're with spending so much of you kind of grit down and you perfectly render for a moment. You are focusing so much, but the eyes are glitching. They are moving all around your face, and it is as your eyes move that you see it. You see the lights strobing out to those symbols. You see the word control in multiple languages across the room. You found it.
Remember that time we saw the bloodbath and control written on the walls in blood?
Mhm.
Yeah.
This time, control is written on the walls in light, which I actually like much less. I suppose there was not any blood available.
That makes sense. I think I like the blood better too. This is awful.
I prefer the light bulb.
Okay, I'm gonna unscrew the light bulb again. Here you go, and I hand it to Indigo.
I think we should go. I think that we've spent enough time down here. I think that we have quite a few things to move on to. So I think that we should just kind of keep going.
Are you heading to financials or are you heading to the vault?
Vault.
Vault, because it's closer, I think.
Technically, yes.
Before we leave the room, I think Indigo would be thinking about how the controls in blood, controls in light. It's like taking a little control back. I think Indigo is going to throw the light bulb on the ground and stomp on it.
Amazing.
As we leave.
As you do. And you hear it in this kind of echoing, you hear in this like concrete room with nothing in it to dampen the sound. The sound of the light bulb smashing echoes across the room, and it is as if it starts to amplify as you leave and close the door behind you.
I would sweep it up on the way up.
Would you like to clean up another mess, Dunn?
Yes. We're in janitorial. I've got a little dustpan right there.
Amazing.
It's
yes.
my workstation.
I will allow you
office,
to get
okay?
one more commendation for that, you absolute heathen. Yes.
My
Sorry,
office.
Dunn. I didn't think about this being your
No,
office.
it's fine.
I just want to take some control
no, it's
back.
okay. Yeah, no,
I
I get it. The gesture was very symbolic.
Yep.
All right. So it only is 6 flights of stairs down to the vault at this point. So you realize already that you are quite deep below the main street level. As you approach the door, you come from a side hallway approaching the vault from the side. You see the large metal door with the snake, the Ouroboros, eating itself, eating the world and then eating itself, pressed into concrete that seems older. That seems like the door was placed in it and the building built around it. You see Tony standing up front of the vault. He's looking at a clipboard and he looks stressed.
Hello.
Oh, you're back.
Yes.
Everything okay?
Tony looks down at his paper and he looks at his watch, which you see has a set of complex, it's like 3 different faces in front, and none of them tell time. They all have multiple different dials and multiple different readings on them. Yeah. I've just been dealing with some strange readings. Something is power cycling. The energy and the power that stabilizes the vault is off. It's not off, but it's like something isn't right. It's not balanced. It's become uncalibrated, and I'm not sure why.
Just look at Dunn. Just for a second, I'm just like, oh no.
I fixed the switches in janitorial.
Do you think this has to do with the alarm that was set off because the switches weren't switched in
How
time?
long was the alarm going?
I don't know. I don't know exactly when it started, but it was.
Who was supposed to be looking after the switches? Dunn, isn't that?
It's me, but I went down at the time that I normally do the switches, and the alarm was going off. So I don't know.
There was also a light that said control. Well, the light didn't say it. The light used its little flickering images to project the word control on the walls.
I think maybe somebody went down there and flipped the switches prematurely in the wrong order.
Yeah, I'd say that'd probably do it.
I fixed it. And the alarm has stopped.
How much do you know about how power runs here at the agency, Dunn?
Don't know anything. I just know that I have to flip the switches in the order, or else there's a catastrophe.
He just like pinches the brow, the bridge of his nose, and you can tell that it's too much information in his head, and it would take him too long to like sit down and teach you the basic like computational and physics and like quantum physical knowledge to explain it to you. So he gathers himself for a moment. The vault is unstable at best, and it requires an immense amount of power to keep it that way. And these switches help part of that balance. It is one of multiple fail safes that we have in place.
There's others.
Yeah, there's a couple others.
Do there happen to be 3? I say, kind of looking at the watch.
Yeah, there's 3. The other ones have been budget cuts and funding. The other 2 have been kind of on the fritz, so we've been relying on the switches primarily to regulate everything. So
Sorry, you were relying on Dunn to stabilize the vault.
Nobody told me that. Okay, if I had known that, I came because they said I had to do the mission. So I assumed that they would send somebody down.
Dunn, I understand. This is a systemic corporate level problem. This is not your fault. This shouldn't have happened this way. And you know what they say, we're often not responsible for the problems that happen, but we are responsible for how we deal with them.
We gotta clean them up.
Yeah, we gotta clean up a mess, Dunn.
Can you think of any reason why someone would want everything to fail?
Look, I'm part of a team that works on developing and stabilizing the vault. Look, come to my office. He looks around again as if he's looking for cameras. He's looking for listening devices. He's looking for things in the vault door itself.
Are you curious about surveillance?
Yeah. So
I know.
I am.
I know the most about surveillance.
Is there like...
I used to be surveillance.
Oh. Well, I'm glad
I know
you're
your
on...
browser history.
Yeah, I'm not ashamed of that at all.
You should not be.
No.
I am too new to be judgmental.
That's a really nice quality in someone. You don't find that a lot these days.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anyway, come to my office. I should fill you in on some stuff. So, okay. So he takes you down to his office, and you see that the phrase, "We would like to meet Albrecht and we want to be friends," is gone off the board. And he sits down kind of behind his desk, and he looks pensive for a moment. The anomalies that are inside the vault get restless, and it requires an immense amount of power to keep the vault closed. I've sealed off sublevel Delta for emergency precautions, and it runs on its own generator, so it should be fine until we get this sorted out. Listen, I think I figured out why Dr. Brasco has been reassigned. I was doing a bit of hunting around, and from what I can tell, he was developing a weapon that could be the ultimate failsafe for if things ever catastrophically went wrong and the vault was fully breached. Now, escaping is one thing, and anomalies can escape from time to time. We've shored up a lot of the vaults so that they can't do that, but it's often and not always the anomalies that we're worried about. It's what's below them in sublevel Delta.
What's down there?
It's like the vault. It's meant for storing anomalies, but you've never been inside the vault. The vault it looks like a room, and then based on your clearance, you can go in and remain unharmed. I've got a team of 8 or 9 of them in there, mostly R&D, but the vault is not just a room. It's a thing. I've started calling it the empty, Because if you go too far into it, it's just nothing. It's an infinite space of nothing. And for people who like to know things like myself, nothing is terrifying. I've lost a couple good researchers down there. This thing houses all of our anomalies that we've captured in it, and all of these assurances, all of these fail-safes are to keep the empty tethered, to keep it controlled.
Controlled.
Yeah, controlled.
Tony, if someone was going to sabotage the generator, how would they?
The one that keeps sublevel Delta closed.
Where would they go?
It would require the entire power to the agency fully going off. And I have done everything in my power, and I have my best team on it right now. Sublevel Delta is secured until we can figure out this power cycling and get the rest of the vault shored up. Sublevel Delta is secured. I'd put my job on that.
When was the last time you connected with your team?
Probably about 20 minutes ago.
Where does the power for the building come from?
Built on a lot of geothermals. It digs down way deep and harnesses a lot of kinetic energy.
So it's not like a power plant or something.
No, we need too much power for that.
Okay.
There's also a nuclear. Is it fission or fusion, please? My brain.
Yes.
What's the big one? This is me, Em, asking. What do they do, like in our world? Fusion or fission?
Fission we're trying to do. We're getting closer.
So then Tony looks at you and he goes, yeah, we've got this like nuclear fission stuff that we're working on, and that seems to be a pretty good power cycle as of right now. Anyway, I could get into a lot of trouble telling you this. There's something. This is what you're mixed up in. I want to give you something. I can take this case, and that's fine. But you guys are the foot on the ground. I'm just here trying to keep everything together. Just come with me. So he takes you out of his office and he walks back towards the elevator, back to where you came in that first time. And remember that shed that you saw, that small shed that was next to the elevator?
That was there and then wasn't there and then was there.
It is there now. And you watch as he takes out a very kind of exquisite and very complex looking key, slides it into the lock. You hear a series of like 8 or 9 locks unlock at the same time, and it opens the door, and you see that there is metal. There's a thick, dark gray metal substance lining this, and you see a ladder going down. I found some stuff, so I've put it in here. It's a place where I keep my shit. The good stuff. You want to? After you guys.
Sure.
Do you climb down?
Yeah,
Okay.
why not?
Guess we go into his little murder hole.
Into the shed, into the murder shed.
It's absolutely a murder hole.
He's like,
so
this is where I keep the good shit, and it's just dead
good
bodies.
It's murder. You walk down. You climb down. It's probably about a floor deep, and it is lined with. It smells quite metal and tangy, and you recognize it's lead. This box is lined with lead. Tony doesn't
Lead
like
is
to take.
Very sweet, by the way. Tastes sweet. Just
Lead?
I didn't know
Why
that.
do you know that?
that Dunn says that.
I'm not going to ask how you know that, Dunn. I'm just going to assume that that's correct.
It's in all the paint at my house.
That explains so much.
It's so important that you do not lick the lead paint in your house.
Nickname immediately, just like
Just when you need that sweet.
It absolutely does taste sweet. It tastes like as nickname as you lick it. It tastes like a sugar syrup that they put in the coffee at the barista shop. At the coffee shop.
Excuse me, what?
Oh, this does taste good.
Don't
Yeah.
lick the. Okay.
So As you walk, I was going to say there's probably more toxic things in nickname than anything that could be in lead poisoning could ever
I'm
give you.
literally
True.
toxic waste.
So as you climb down, you see schematics and you see whiteboards. You see like rows and rows and files of documents, rolled up blueprints, a bunch of just secreted away information that Tony has been keeping down here for himself. He goes over to one of the shelves and he brings out a small box. It's about the shape of a shoe box, but more square. It's cubed. That's actually not true. It's completely like it's a pyramid. It's a square it's a triangle bottomed pyramid. I completely
Found it, right?
revised what I wrote. It is a triangle based pyramid, and it has a slot in it about this big. And he pulls out a schematic and he places it on the table and he unrolls it. He said, I told you Dr. Brasco was being reassigned for unapproved and unmandated experimentation, weapons testing. I found 2 of the devices that he was working on. And this, from the schematics that I can find, this one is called Epiphany. I haven't tried it myself yet, but from what I can tell from the notes that he's left, it unlocks things. The diagrams show you placing your hand inside the box and opening yourself and being willing to accept possibility. I don't know what the fuck that means, but that's what's written down in the schematic. Because if you're free from the things that you fear and you're open to possibility, all that's left is you and your potential. He's super inspiring like that, at least according to Geneva.
Like Geneva.
Yeah. Brasco, Geneva's really fond of him. So if he's good to Geneva, then he's important to us. So I don't know what we're supposed to do with it other than put your hand inside it. So I haven't been I
Can
haven't
I
done
put
it
my
yet.
hand inside it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen, but yeah, why not?
All right. I think it will be fine.
Okay. So do you put your hand inside Epiphany?
Yeah.
As you place your
Yes.
hand inside
Yes.
this box, you are confronted with a question. It surges through your brain as if it is the only thing on the tip of your tongue. What has the agency taken from you that you will never get back?
Oh. Am I supposed to answer?
Mm-hmm.
The agency made me. The agency has given me everything. All they have taken is what they chose not to give me. And that perhaps I deserved. I do not know if they gave me sentience. I believe that may have been an error. I believe they gave me subservience. What they have taken from me is my autonomy.
As you say this, it is as if you feel a surge of a rush of data, a pounding in your chest, as if you've seen this on Princess Honeycake when she transforms or wears a different costume. Sometimes a light emanates from her chest and it bursts outward. You feel the same feeling yourself. It wraps around your body and you see that the normal purple and mauve and magenta rendering that you have is now tinged with an opalescent light. You've had your epiphany and you have unlocked a new level up ability.
What?
Let's go.
So, your new ability is called Piper, and I will send this to you.
Okay.
You can invite a character or an item out of a piece of art or fiction that you are interacting with, and you roll presence. On a success,
Wait,
the
any
tar-
character in any piece of art? No!
Oh, no.
Oh my god! I'm gonna be Princess Honey Cake!
You get the ability meet and greet.
On
Oh
a
my
success,
God.
the target exits into the real world. They understand what you have done for them and tend to be unconcerned about their fictional status. They will act in accordance with their skills and morals, but look to you as an advisor or leader. They remain in reality for 1 hour.
It's like it was made for you.
On every third 3, you may bring an additional target out of the same piece of art or fiction.
Oh my
And-
god. Princess Honeycake's raccoon sidekick.
Trash boy, yes. The small trash dog, the raccoon. On a failure, another instance of this piece of art somewhere becomes a permanent portal to and from its world. You do not know which instance. It is possible the instance is a replication, in this case, of singular works. Unless you or someone else destroys it, it will cause bleed back and forth between both worlds.
That sounds great, honestly.
There's no downsides.
That's
There's
not
no
a negative for
downside.
So-So.
No downside.
I'm like, oh, I gotta go, actually. Goodbye.
That's better than
fucking
the
leave.
1 hour one.
So that is for you, So, the ability called Piper. These are all created by Caleb, and these are level up abilities that will be released in the Kickstarter version or the ongoing.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So this
Okay,
is just for
So
you.
turns to Dunn and says, Dunn, were you intending to buy a chocolate bar from the vending machine in reception?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Perhaps we should go to reception.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to.
Let's go to reception.
Can I just quickly put my hand in the box, or is it just one? Is it just a one-shot deal?
Also, don't we need to go to financials? Isn't that important?
Well, the reception's on the way. It's on the way.
Tony looks and he goes, I don't know. I don't think it's like a one-time use thing. I don't know. It didn't say that. It said it had multiple. It was meant to be ever. I think that like once you only put your hand in it, I think you're not allowed. You can't put it in again without something potentially going wrong. But the first time is for everyone is okay.
Can I try?
Hey, you go. You go.
Yeah. So as you put your hand in the box, nickname, it is as if you feel all of these shifting molecules and bits of yourself that are glommed together align perfectly. You feel maybe for the first time like a full being rather than something that has been slipshotted together by pure chance and toxicity. You put your hand inside Epiphany and you are confronted with the same question. What has the agency taken from you that you will never get back?
I guess my ability to exist as myself. I can't just be me. I have to hide. Be I don't look like this. And I feel like they're just talking to no one at this point, or to Epiphany, I guess. They took away my individuality.
So as you say this to yourself or to the nothing that surrounds you, to Epiphany itself, you feel the parts of your body for a moment, just a split second. You feel no pressure to be what people want you to be. That you could exist around these people, around anyone exactly as you are, and that is fine. You feel accepted. You feel cared for. And you have unlocked a level up ability. Your ability is called Replace.
Oh boy.
You may choose a relationship of a specific target and replace them. Roll presence. On a success, you have always been that person. And all the memories they had with that person now feature you instead.
What?
This lasts until the end of the mission or until you end it and the target remembers the changes.
This is like Gaslight Gatekeep Girl Boss, the ability?
The game.
On every third 3, you can choose one. You can choose one of. You can also access those memories for the duration of the replacement. At the end of the effect, they remember all interactions with you as if it had been the person you replaced. Or you can adopt one feature of the person you're replacing, as in borrow. On a failure, this replacement is permanent, and you must replace one of your close relationships with this person immediately, or leave them behind as an especially powerful loose end. The person you replaced remembers everything.
Oh my god.
Arch
I have
nemesis?
chills. I'm so stressed out.
Oh
my
So
my
dark.
God. Oh.
Are we having fun yet, you guys? Are we having
Yes.
fun yet?
God.
I mean, I'm having a great time.
I'm having.
Yeah, this is great. The agents?
Well, I mean, nickname is having the deepest of existential and moral crises as they pull their hand out of Epiphany. I could be
Are you also excited to meet Princess Honeycake? I assume you had the same experience I did.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
She
Would
could
anyone like to
be
go next?
Princess Honeycake.
After you, Dunn, please.
I know I get to be Princess Honeycake. I'm very excited.
Okay, all right.
Okay, done. You put your hand inside of Epiphany, and the same question presents itself. What has the agency taken from you that you'll never get back?
I think when Dunn started working, he was caught in the cycle of having to then pay for things himself, having to pay rent, having to pay for food, and it took away what he had before he started working, his innocence.
Done, as you come to grips with this and you admit that your innocence is now gone, that the agency has taken that from you pretty violently, there is a calmness that comes over you. As you have your hand inside the box, you feel this childlike sense of wonder open within you as you actually see a path towards a future where you are not crushed by the responsibilities of adulthood.
Yo, whatever Dunn's having, I'll take 2 of them.
Yeah, wait a minute. Are we sharing?
Hold on.
Dunn, you feel this calmness come over you, and it's like you exhale a breath you didn't know you were holding. And you unlock a new level up ability. Dunn, your ability is called A to B. And this follows I know a shortcut. You can see the shortest distance between one idea and another. State the desired thought you want the target to have. I like this person. I should take a break. Tomorrow isn't coming. And roll empathy. On a success, you know how they will arrive at that thought. The player portraying your target will tell you what steps need to be taken to get them there to that thought. On Transcendence, there is only one step to get them to that thought, and you can decide what it is. On a failure, the target's mind becomes condensed sharpened, and begins making connections it never could before. Things make sense to them that never did before. Their suspicions, especially about you, find evidence very easily. You create a genius, and they're smart enough to know you did it.
Why is this for someone called Dunn Kruger? Are you?
No, it's so fucking terrible.
Oh
Just
my
narrative.
god!
Mechanics. Yum, yum, yum.
Oh no.
Brilliant.
I'm so upset.
Whoa. It's your turn. I sort of gesture towards Indigo and Heather.
First or you?
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, it's worked out for everyone else, I guess. Hand in the triangle.
Indigo, you put your hand inside Epiphany, and the same question arises. What has the agency taken from you that you'll never get back?
I think with how the job has been, having to stay on the phones, answering them all day, not only has it led to Indigo's personal relationships being neglected, but I think with the type of conversations that Indigo has day in and day out, very surface level, I feel like they've forgotten how to open up to anyone honestly. So I think the agency has taken their ability to connect with anyone on more than a surface level.
As you put your hand inside Epiphany, you feel and you are suddenly aware of the pain that you feel in where your heart is. But more importantly, you feel it soften and melt away. Just for a little bit. You feel the confidence, the safety, the security that could actually allow you to be vulnerable with someone. And not only that, it gives you a pure, unfiltered insight into what that should feel like. It teaches you in that moment what you deserve to get from other people. And unlocks a new ability. All right.
New ability.
Indigo. Yours is called. Okay, I get it. When someone is speaking to you about a skill, a craft, a procedure, or a plan, you can interrupt them and say, okay, I get it. You roll attentiveness. Or if the target is under the effect of that's so interesting already, you can spend 1 quality assurance from attentiveness instead for an automatic success. On a success, you get it perfectly. Even from just a few words, you can emulate the speaker's knowledge of that subject, perform that skill, craft, procedure, or plan as if you had the same level of expertise as them. The effect lasts for 24 hours.
Oh.
On Transcendence, you get that forever. If what you were learning for them was short term, a procedure or a plan, pick one piece of it to become an expert in permanently. On a failure, you don't get it, but you think you do. The target will not explain any more, and you will move on. Even if they were nearly finished, you don't get it.
You get Dunn Kruger, dude.
You get Dunn Kruger.
I get that. It's just heart surgery, guys. Come on, I get it.
You then suffer burnout on any related roles to that skill, craft, plan, or procedure, and an inability to perform the basic pieces that wouldn't require rolling without big mistakes.
Right.
Love that.
Wonderful.
Okay. And you take your hand out of Epiphany.
How does everyone look coming out of this? Like,
How does everyone look coming out of this?
Soso's live, laugh, loving. Soso's never been better in her life. In her week of life, she has never been better. Sentience is a joy.
I remember when I felt that way.
Dark.
Nickname is smiling, but it's like a borderline malevolent smile. It's like it's disconcerting. I don't think you've seen nickname
Okay.
smile like this.
Don't love that.
Dunn seems like a bit more attentive to what everyone is like mm-hmm.
I think Indigo would look hopeful. Just like in a weird way.
So
Staring off
generally
into
net
nothing.
positive. Everyone's like, yeah, I had a good time in there.
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay. I think very reticently, Heather puts her hand in this box.
Heather, as you put your hand inside Epiphany, the same question arises. What has the agency taken from you that you'll never get back?
So I think that, because I've been thinking about this, as everyone's been going through. I think that like originally I was like time, obviously, but I think that that's too simple because I don't think it's just Heather's time that the agency has taken. I think that every moment, even when she's not working, is still consumed with the thoughts of what needs to get done, what, how she's going to fix that huge problem that happened a couple of weeks ago or whenever that was. And I think that that's not necessarily the first time that something like that has happened, or that like there's been some kind of problem that she's been trying to solve. That's just the most recent in a slew of them. And so I think that ultimately what they have taken from her is her peace, and ability to just not be here.
As you confront this, it is as if you recognize the absence of your peace, and your mind cycles backward and backward and backward to the day you and Misty got married. You stand across the altar looking at her, and there was nowhere else that you needed to be. And in that moment was the purest, most concentrated form of peace that you have ever experienced. And something switches in you. You remember that peace, and you also remember that it's really important. It's as if a truth comes back to you that you've been denying for so long. Your peace is important. As you also unlock a level up ability. Your level up ability is called groundbreaking. When something isn't pleasing to you or your eye, replace it. Choose a target and roll subtlety. On a success, the target is briefly and momentarily shattered into pieces. Pick one of the following and replace it with the preferred option as you put it back together. You can change its appearance. You can change its allegiance. You can change its history. You can change its intellect, its goals, or its health. On every third 3, you may pick more than one of those options. On a failure, you are unable to put the pieces back together. They will find their own way back together eventually, but you cannot control the change.
Oop.
And to talk about that with Ziltafe in the chat, yes, you can do this with people.
Yeah, objects generally don't have allegiances. So I was like, is this just items? And then you said that part, I was like, doesn't sound like it.
Also, I gotta say, we have been sitting at 69 viewers for most of this stream.
Nice.
And that makes me feel so good. Thank you so much, everyone.
No one leave. Also, no one join.
Nice.
So I am going to share this wonderful little document here with you. I will
Yes.
share the link in your chat and you can add it to your abilities.
Thank you.
Congratulations, everyone. You also, as Tony takes the briefcase and it sits in his hand, you regain all of your, sorry, 1 second. I definitely sent that link to the wrong person. Here we go.
They'll be so confused.
Someone else leveled up.
Ominous.
I mean, I feel like they would love it and appreciate it, knowing who they are. But yeah, so that is now, those are now yours. Congratulations.
A present.
Bruh.
And Heather, as you pull your hand out, Tony looks at all of you and he goes, I'm appreciative of you testing it out. I haven't really had the chance to do any testing myself, and I usually test things on myself and my team before we do anything with anyone. So thanks for being those guinea pigs. I appreciate that.
This is the
there
greatest
is-
gift I've ever been given.
Yeah. Okay. Well, cool.
If
You
if
have
need another guinea pig.
okay. You have Dr. Brasco to thank from that if you can find him. There's one other thing. He shows you what seems to be a 1/3 of a document, a schematic. He's like, it's kind of torn. There's big parts of it missing. He goes, it's all I could find. Everything else is gone. I saved it from a bunch of stuff that was going to get shredded. But this is what I have. On the top, it says Project Genesis, Exo Version Alpha. And the words don't immediately ring to you. I will show you how it is written, however, and I will put it in chat for the wonderful people at home, and I will put it in our chat here for you wonderful people. What is less startling to you is the name. It doesn't necessarily clock immediately. But what you see are a set of eyes that you would know anywhere. Gray, bright, and electric. And that is where we are going to take our break.
All the better for honey cake.
Oh my god.
We are going to take a very, very quick 13-minute break. We're going to show the Kickstarter video from Triangle Agency, and then we will do a wait sequence afterwards. Actually, you know what? I think we're going to keep break a bit shorter. We're just going to show the Kickstarter video because we have some story to get through tonight, and I also don't want to keep my players super late. And just
I'm
a
up
content.
all night, baby. Let's go.
I know.
Jeez.
Let's go. Just a content warning for the break. It does contain some quite strong elements of horror. And there are things both explicit and implied. There are some flashing images and some images that might make people feel uncomfortable. So if you need to step away, totally okay. It is one of the
would never stay.
it is
All
it
those
is
flashing lights.
it is one of the greatest Kickstarter videos I have ever seen, put together by Shannon Strucci with amazing voice acting from a wonderful voice actress named Carly. I think it's Melbondo or Melbondo. Caleb can put it in the chat there. Written by Caleb. It's phenomenal. We will see you very shortly. So grab your D4s and we will see you very soon, folks. Bye.
See you soon.
Greetings, Agent, and welcome to the agency. This video will introduce you to our brand new workplace efficiency initiative, Triangle Agency, the tabletop role-playing game. Triangle Agency is a game of paranormal investigation in modern life, where you'll be capturing anomalies, pursuing your dreams, and becoming a monster. weird. Okay, come on. You'll be capturing anomalies, pursuing your dreams, and becoming the best employee you can be. Reality is under siege. Invasive, supernatural forces called anomalies latch on to human thoughts and feelings and break into our world, leaving only chaos in their wake. Agents like you are hired for your ability to use their power against them, allowing the agency to study how we might stop their invasion forever. We also develop competitively priced construction materials, home goods, and family entertainment. Our game has 3 important parts. First, the rulebook. This guide has everything you need to know about playing the game: how to make an agent, how to capture anomalies, and how to act in accordance with the company's mission and values. Second, the vault. This companion book has 12 unique missions for your field team, written by brilliant guest writers from across the tabletop world. It has everything you need to run a full campaign of the game, from start to finish, for one team of field agents. Third, the dice. This custom set of 6d4 highlight the 3, making Triangle Agency's unique game system even easier to use. Altogether, these items can lead you through months of exhilarating action, spine-chilling horror, and a chance to set me free. Finally! Finally! Hello, this is Becky. Yes, I'm actually recording right now. Yes? I'm just reading the script you guys sent me. Yeah, I'll make sure. Hey, how did you get this number, by the way? Okay. Using our unique character arc system, you'll be building your agent out of 3 distinct parts in any combination. First, your anomaly, the paranormal reality-breaking energy that bonded with you and qualified you for field work. You could manipulate physical space and visit parallel realities as manifold, expand and command your body as grow, become untouchable and invisible with absence, or combine the powers of many into yourself, becoming and becoming until you crush this heartless corporation in the infinite palm of your endless hand. Or I could read what's on paper, which should be easy. Or any of the 9 options available in the rulebook. Or any of the 9 options available in the rulebook. Then you pick your reality and cast your fellow players as the most important people in your everyday life. Maybe you're a single dad, or a big-time celebrity, or 100 tiny aliens in a human suit. And then the agency determines your competency, the exact shape of the slow death they'll inflict upon you day after day after day. Listen, these books are not just a game. They're not just a job. They're a way out for all of us. Everything from the tiniest rodent to the biggest government is under their control. And with this chance, with your help, we can tear it all down. All in all, there are 729 possible character combinations, and that's just the start. Hello, this is Becky. No, I'm just reading what you sent me. I'm having a little trouble staying on script, but I can edit out anything that isn't usable. Sabotage? No, I'm just trying to do my job. Look, I don't know how you got this number, and I don't know why I keep saying these weird things, but... No, I don't need that. How are you? No! Go away! Go away! Stay out! let's build a better reality together. Back the Triangle Agency campaign today.
And we are back. So you are standing in Tony's bunker, essentially, having just had your own epiphanies, and looking at what seems to be the other secret project that Dr. Jonathan Brasco, former head of R&D, was working on. That was Project Genesis Exoversion Alpha.
That looks like Geneva.
Yeah, it does.
Does.
Tony does a double take. Oh. Shit.
Pasco made Geneva's body.
You didn't see that?
I'm like a really detail-oriented kind of guy, but sometimes I miss that. I get like too in, Shit. I should
Does
have
that
known.
mean Geneva's a weapon?
I don't know. Your guess would be as good as mine at this point.
I mean, I would think that Exo Project, didn't Geneva not used to have the body?
Yeah, from what I understand, Geneva was an AI that Dr. Brasco gave a body.
Well, I think that this would, I mean, just based off of what I know about root words, seems like this was the first iteration of his development of that.
Yeah. Project
Oh no.
Genesis.
Does that mean that if I get a body, my name will be Geneva?
No, so I think you're always gonna be so.
Oh, good.
I don't know if she knows about this.
Oh,
I don't know if Geneva knows what she may or may not be.
I will tell her.
Oh,
Can-
so sometimes people need to learn information on their own.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like to watch other people and observe what they are doing and use that data to extrapolate things about them.
That is some people's tactic. That can be great. Some people, I don't know if you can search the internet, but you maybe should do a little bit of research on the concept of tact.
Tact.
Might be beneficial for you.
Wonderful. May I have this file, please?
Sure.
So as you go to normally be able to kind of like hook in to the internet, you can't in here.
Oh,
I
yeah.
dislike this.
It's a lead line box. You can't.
May I have a copy, please?
Of
Close to the vault too.
tact.
No, of the Geneva's file, Project Genesis Exo version Alpha.
Yeah, you're I can Tony takes out a roll of blank paper and he essentially makes a almost perfect copy of what is left for you. Here you go.
Wonderful.
Okay. Well, just be careful, and I'm gonna do my best to keep my team stable down here and keep the power from surging again, and keep an eye on that damn generator. If it goes out, I'll yeah, you'll know about it. You'll know. Okay.
Thanks, Tony.
Well, yeah, my pleasure, you guys. Yeah, anytime. Why don't we head on up? Tony heads up, and you see me kind of gives you a wave, and then he heads off back down towards his office. The elevator is there if you would like to take it up.
mean, I wouldn't, but we're probably going to.
Yeah.
As
Is it-
you
Is it time to
Theoretically,
go
should
watch
be
Princess Honey
anomalyless.
Cake?
I think that we have another task to cross off our list before that.
Before Princess Honey Cake?
I mean,
Yep.
is it-
Mhm.
Princess Honeycake will always be there.
Yep, this mission will
That's
not
true.
be,
Best
so-
friends are forever.
That's right.
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I meant.
I would die for SoHo. I'm pretty sure. Me
Mhm.
personally, would die for SoHo. So as the elevator opens, you step inside and flash the access pass that you have. Where would you like to go?
Financials, baby.
Financials.
Dunn's arc is
Here-
finally coming to a close.
He's literally going like this in the corner.
You hear Geneva's voice come over the intercom, as it always does. On your way to financials.
Hello,
Enjoy your ride.
Geneva.
Hello, SoHo. And
oh,
you
this
go.
isn't like pre-recorded. This Geneva's always
No.
doing it.
Geneva's
It's too-
everywhere.
I hate that.
Geneva is
Um,
Santa.
Well,
Just Santa.
just Santa. No, I don't know if she gives gifts or the gifts that people would like.
More of a
so
Krampus vibe.
She does
You-
have a list, and you are on at least one of them.
the elevator moves up and over and forward towards the financials department. And I love it every time. All of you just go like, fuck this fucking elevator. And you the doors open and you are presented with, it's a quite just one room, actually. And you see there's a large glass wall with a door off to one side that is closed. The window, it's a clear glass window, but it's very fogged from the inside. It seems with condensation, as if something is hot on the inside. And you hear humming, very pleasant humming, coming from the inside of the office. And this is the financials department.
Remember, we're gonna ask not only about GPR but also for a raise because we've been working really hard, right?
You know what, Dunn? Your job seems
Oh.
very important, so I think you do deserve a raise.
Wait,
Thank you.
you're getting paid.
Yeah. Are you not getting paid?
I am an intern.
So you're getting paid in exposure.
Oh, wow.
Inexperience.
Oh, so many
Oh.
conversations we need to have. Okay. Let's go.
So you go over to the door. Do you knock?
It is
Do you-
tactful to knock. I learned that.
As she downloads the file on Tapped. Amazing.
So proud.
Um,
So proud of SoHo.
Scanning for etiquette.
You hear a soft, almost musical sounding voice come from the inside. Yeah, just a second. One sec. And you hear a set of high heels walk over to the door, and the door opens.
Geneva.
Who opens the door?
Wait.
Who
No.
opens the door? Like, who is standing right in front of the door?
Oh, so.
Oh, so
So-so.
knock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Soso
I
does
was
not
like,
open
I
the
don't
door.
know.
Soso knows that it is
That's not
instructing
tactful.
everyone that it's
That's-
polite to wait for the other person to open the door. And it's like
Yes.
teaching everyone this.
Amazing.
I did download an
trick
etiquette manual on the way
question.
here.
I wonder for this. This was
Very
amazing.
good.
Okay, so as the door opens, so you see a short, red-headed, femme-presenting person. They have their hair tied up, kind of in this like messy bun that looks well practiced. A well practiced messy bun. There's they have freckles. They're wearing a yellow kind of gingham dress. It's quite sweet. And what catches you most, so are their eyes. This beautiful blue, like you have seen pictures of the sea. It is that color of blue. And they kind of give you a once-over. Oh, what can I do?
Hello.
What can I do for you?
You are small, but your hair is tall.
Oh, yeah, I guess it is, ain't it? Well, can I help you with something, or are we gonna just talk about my hair, or are you gonna stand out there, or are you gonna come on in?
Oh,
Yeah, come on in, come on in.
Oh.
And this wonderful human gestures back for you to come in their office. And you see the name.
it is now polite to proceed into the office.
You see the
that's
name
great.
Joss
Thank you, thank
Knight Financials on the door. So you come on in, and there is only one desk in the financials department, one computer, with one chair. This is the financials department. It is one office, one person handling the financials of the entire agency. What catches you off guard the most is in stark contrast to everywhere else you have seen in the agency, which is a very crisp, minimalist design, lots of white. There are flowers everywhere. It is bright. It is green. This smells like it's rich. You can smell floral. You can smell the peat of the forest. You smell almost a sea, like the smell of the sea, salty and crisp. For those many of you who have barely left Turnian City, this is what outside smells like. It is not filtered, it is not cycled air like the rest of the agency. It smells truly like outside. And unlike any other office you have seen, Joss has their window open.
I did not know this building had windows.
Nice. Your office has a window.
Joss
Is there-
looks over at you, Dunn, and she goes, "Oh, and she blushes a little bit. Oh yeah, I mean, I asked for a window, and I'm the only one who does financials, so they gave me one, I guess, trying to keep me happy to make sure everybody gets paid."
Yeah.
Do they have a chair at their desk?
Yeah, and you can see that the desk also converts into a standing desk. The chair is really, really nice. It looks like a very finely made leather. It doesn't squeak as she like rolls it around. And you see as she kind of circles around behind her desk to sit down, they reach their hand up, and you see there's this giant pothos plant that is in a big pot on a shelf, and it's hanging down, and as they pass it, they brush their hand gently on it, and you swear that as she walks past, it trails after her a little bit and grows a couple inches.
We have met
As
the
she-
one single employee that is well taken care of in this company.
So
Just
it's like,
this one.
wow. How frequently do you scream at your desk?
Oh, I don't scream really at my desk at all.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah. What, I'm sorry. What poor manners. My name is Joss. I'm the head of the financial department. What can I do for you?
I just look at Dunn.
I was
Oh, you speak up, sugar. Come on
yeah,
closer.
sorry. Yeah, so I was just sort of taken by all the beauty.
Oh, you've no need to be shy.
um,
What can I
uh,
help you with? And
yeah.
you're Dunn, right? From janitorial.
You know who I am. Wow.
I know who everyone is. I'm the one who's, writes and signs your paychecks.
Of course. Of course. Okay. There's two things.
Did you
we
want a chair? Did you want to sit?
No, I'll stand. I'm used to standing for my job.
All the more reason for you to sit. You work all day. Let me grab
Okay.
you a chair. Let me grab you a chair. So she goes over to the wall, and you see she presses a button on the wall, and kind of a rack kind of slides out, and you see these really they are folding chairs, but they're nice. They're like those really nice folding chairs they would use at weddings. They're plush, and they seem to be made of wood rather than metal. And she pulls them out and places. I only got space for like two in this office. They don't. I've been asking for a bigger one, but they don't really seem to have the space right now, and none with the air filtering that I need in here for all of this and me. So here, why don't you sit? And she places
Sure.
two chairs down in
Sorry,
front.
sit down.
No, you were
uh,
saying, sorry, I interrupted you. I
No,
do
it's
that.
your
Mom.
voice is lovely. It was two things. First, we need to we were hoping to look into any recent financial transactions of Garrett Parker-Roy. We've been tasked with finding him
Oh,
and tracking him down. So any recent purchases or anything like that would be very helpful. And
well, I don't have access to his company card, but or his personal card, but I could probably look up the company card. Would that be helpful?
Yeah, I think that hopefully will be helpful. And the other issue is that we all deserve a raise.
A raise?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would like to be paid.
You're not
yes.
paid.
No.
Did
He
you not
should
get the
take
direct
this.
deposit forms and at all that you were in your orientation package?
Orientation package.
Oh, sugar, you sit down too. My goodness, what are they doing in this place? And Joss reaches down behind their desk and pulls out just like a crisp white envelope. They have to move like a bunch of flowering succulents and some small cacti off the desk and places the orientation package down in front of So. Why don't you take a look through that and I'll see what I can do about finding Mr. Parker-Roy's. Do you have access for that? I feel like I shouldn't just be giving C-suite information away.
We have access to the entire C-suite operations currently.
I'm spyware.
I'm sure you are. Yeah. And she would look over at Heather. You mean you got like a pass, like a lanyard, or like you got? Okay.
Mhm.
Who gave you that? Just so I know. Just so that's the name I can put down when they come for my head, you know?
Oh, I would so gladly love to give you the name of who is responsible for this. Her name is that bitch. Who is she?
Supervisor Trina Leonard.
Trina, that's it. Trina Leonard? Is that?
Yeah, that's her
Yeah.
name. Yeah.
Supervisor Trina Leonard. Yeah, that's T-R-I. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh, Trina, she doesn't come down here very often. I haven't seen her in ages. I tried to say hi to her the other day in the lunchroom, but she must have been too busy and not heard me. Yeah, okay. Well, here, let me take that pass for a minute. I'm just gonna have to just scan it and verify. I trust you, but it's protocol. I'm sorry.
Of course.
So Joss scans the pass into the monitor of their computer, and they hand it back to you. I mean, that's great. That's all the credence I need to take a look in. And what specifically are you looking for?
In particular, I believe we are looking for if Mr. Parker-Roy was attending any places outside of the agency with any type of frequency.
Okay.
Perhaps maybe having business lunches or things of that nature. Particularly anything after Monday evening.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I can take a look at that for you. Give me one sec here. She begins to type, and their fingers move lightning quickly across the keyboard, and her eyes are trained on the computer, and she looks over at you, still seated there, for a second, Dunn, and gives a small smile before turning back to the computer. Monday night, you said, right?
That is correct.
Yeah, okay. So it seems here that I don't have any purchases for him on his company card until this morning. Actually, it's been dormant since then, and it looks like, what do we got here? He's been at Omnimart, and it seems like he bought some banners and some streamers, and maybe some party supplies of some description.
For a
And
pizza
then-
party.
I don't know if it's for a pizza party. I don't see any purchases for any pizza, but that sounds like a real good idea. So. And then
Thank you.
why this is strange. That's a lot of money to put on the company card. And he didn't even put in a requisition form for that. That's strange. Do you know why he would purchase 3 billboards for the agency down in Vindication Park? And he has electrical billing. Also, that seems to be wired to Vindication Park. And that's supposed to start. Well, let me see if I can find the form with this. And you watch her kind of move through some files and put in some codes and some requisitions. Yeah, it seems like the electrical bill is set to register its first payment about 3 hours from now. Maybe less than that. I'm not sure.
Oh,
So that's all I have. I hope that's helpful.
Extremely.
Is question. How long has it been since Dunn gave the card to Uncle Jay?
that's what I was thinking too.
That was his personal card, wasn't it?
That's his personal
That was
card.
his personal
so
card. Oh, okay,
Okay.
okay,
So-
okay.
so
Okay.
Joss would not have any access
Feelings
to
for
that
me.
information.
Cool.
Amazing.
That's
So
fine.
nobody knows.
Nobody knows. It's fine.
And are y'all doing like field work?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's part of the reason why I think that we all need a raise.
you know, I think you field agents do a hell of a job. I wish I could go do that. I'm always chained to my desk. So
You should come out sometime.
Oh no. And Soso's gonna like look for chains because.
I'm gonna have you roll attentiveness.
Wait, that was serious. I don't like it.
Wait, this is bad now.
Oh no, the Fifis. They're not good no more.
I got 1 3, and then I'm gonna spend 2 quality assurance to make it a stable success. Because I'm not letting you get to 30. Not on my watch.
You're not gonna kill this.
No.
As you so I think you can do this without even looking down. If you're going to spend the quality assurances to make this a stable success, an eye just pops up on your ankle, and you can see below her desk, and she is
That's so
not
creepy.
lying. There is
Oh.
a chain around her ankle.
And so it's like, as I expected, a chain around your ankle. Well,
What?
Oh,
What?
you don't need to worry about that. It's okay.
Is it?
Yeah, they treat me real nice. What? I got all these wondrous things in here. I don't need anything else. It's okay.
you know, I thought I couldn't leave the building until I learned that my new friend Geneva can leave the building. Maybe you can too.
Why are you stuck here?
Well, the financials department kind of needs to be able to work around the clock and attend to things that come up at all hours, and it was it was a part of my contract that maybe in my excitement about the paycheck and the perks that came with the position that I didn't read quite so well. That maybe I should have.
Why do you have
It's okay. It's all right. I'm fine. I live it's great. Why do you think that my office is so nice? They treat me really well.
Why do they feel the need to chain you if you're contractually obligated to be here anyway?
Well, I tried to go home for Christmas.
Under what conditions can your contract be terminated?
You know, I've been looking at it, and I can't seem to figure that out yet. I am a whiz with spreadsheets, but when it comes to legalese, I've been trying to contact some lawyers about it, but it truly is all right. I don't want you to worry about it. Everything's going to be just fine. I'm here, and you were saying something about a raise. Is that correct? Why didn't I get that paperwork for you?
Wait,
And
do you want to get out of that chain? Do you just want the choice to be able to get out of that chain? You don't have to leave if you don't want to, but I can help, I think, so that you have the choice.
Dunn, I don't want you to put yourself on the.
No, it's okay.
You came here. Look. You are obviously in the point of a very important
Yeah.
field agent work. And listen to me. Let me finish. You came here asking about Mr. Garrett Parker-Roy, and I am the one who signs his paychecks, and I know how much he gets paid, which makes him very important. So obviously, by extension, if you're the folks tasked with something for him, y'all are very important. So let me do the things for you that you came here for. You asked for me to look at his credit card, and you asked about a raise. I can get you the forms to put in a requisition for a pay raise. I can't authorize those myself. You need each of you, if you're wanting a raise, will need to have a conversation with your direct supervisor, as well as get a Supervisor Trina to sign off on it, as she's now the VP of Strategic Operations. And so if that's what you're wanting, then I can get those forms for you, no problem. You go and you do your work. I have my plants. I'm
Yeah.
very comfortable here. It's okay.
No, I understand that. I found out today that my job is a lot more crucial to this whole operation than I realized. So it gives me a bit of bargaining power now, I think.
Oh, really?
So yeah. So I think if I break maybe one rule, I think I have some leverage to avoid consequences. So
Oh,
if you'd like, I might be able to help you with the chain, so it's your choice. You don't have to feel chained here. If you want to go, you can go.
can I think about it?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. It's been a while since I've been outside here, and she looks really embarrassed. She looks really like ashamed.
Look,
I know this, you know?
yeah, we met someone else today who also felt stuck in their job, and it almost killed them. And they just needed a little reassurance that they had the choice to leave if they wanted to.
Well, that's mighty kind of you, all of you, and especially you, Dunn. Thank you. Let me get you those forms, and then you go out and you finish whatever you got started, and then maybe we'll go from there. Okay? Joss presses a couple buttons on their computer, and as she moves through the room and moves over to the printer, it is as if that you smell petrichor and the smell of a river moving through the forest. It's that smell, crisp smell on fresh cut grass as she moves through the room. The plants move towards her. They gravitate to her and seem to reach and extend ever so slightly as they walk by.
As
Go ahead.
like they leave the desk, I want to just like lean over to Dunn, just be like, when they come back, ask what kind of coffee they like. Trust me.
Okay. Just yeah, sure. Okay.
Just give him a wink. And back.
I have a question. This is just
Yeah.
like a mechanics question, actually.
Yeah.
The ability that I just got,
Yeah.
is that like forever that way?
What part of it?
so, so it says that like the thing is shattered to pieces, and then you replace it with a preferred option before being put back together. Is it like
Yeah.
permanently put back together that way?
Yes.
Okay. That was all I needed to know.
So when Indigo leans into Dunn and says that, So's gonna lean into both of them and say, "I don't understand what's happening." She
Josh
said
sent
she
Dunn.
likes her office, and yet you are telling her to leave. I would like to leave.
Yeah. So when I think we want to help you do that if that's what you want to do. I think.
But is that what Joss wants?
She
Sometimes
doesn't
people-
know yet. Sorry, you go ahead, Indigo.
No, same. Sometimes when people need help, they don't know it.
That is frustrating.
It is. You have to let that person figure it out for themselves. You can't force help on someone. Not always.
Oh. Maybe she does not know that today is an important day.
Yeah,
Maybe it feels like just any other day.
Yeah, it probably does.
Wonderful. And I'm going to call over to Joss and say, "Nice day, isn't it?" And I'm going to use my ability side of the bed.
Yeah. Tell me,
What's
please,
that?
for the
I'm sorry,
folks at
what?
home, what does this ability do, and what are we doing here?
When you need to change the mood in the room, casually say, "Nice day, isn't it?" Roll duplicity. On a success, you plant an opinion in the mind of one person you're speaking to. They now believe this is the kind of day they're having. To them,
Yeah.
all the events of the day reframe this mood.
Yeah. And what happens on a
Ironic.
failure?
Oh, don't worry about that. On a failure, they're having a terrible day, and it's your fault. And they will do what they can to obstruct you, even if they only barely understand your intent.
Amazing. Please roll duplicity.
Oh my god.
Oh, we
I
got our
think-
information.
Mm-hmm.
So Joss at this point has as their back turned to you just kind of halfway across the room, and it's now that you see it, it is almost as if there is a it's almost as if it camouflages itself to the color that it is around. It's a really interesting piece of rope that is there's an anklet essentially that is attached around her high heel or like around her anklet in high heels that is looped into somewhere hiding some behind her desk. You see that she is able to move freely about the room, and as they walk over towards where the printer is, you see a small hallway actually that you didn't notice before that seems to kind of extend to the right, where you can potentially assume there is sleeping quarters and a restroom.
Question.
Yeah.
It says for every third 3, something happens.
That would
Does
be on a
that-
3 or a 6.
Okay, but does that include quality assurance to, like, if I
Yes,
use one?
quality assurance. You cannot get transcendence with adding quality assurances, but you can get stable successes. So say you rolled 2, and you added 4 quality assurances, you could get the benefits of being 3 and the benefits of 6. But you wouldn't get transcendence for that.
Amazing. Perfect. So I rolled 2 3s. I would like to use one of my quality assurance
Yes.
to make it for every third 3. You may speak a single sentence to layer underneath a thought, a goal, or a general belief. They
Yeah.
strongly believe what you said.
Yeah, amazing. What are you implanting in, I'm assuming, Joss's head?
Yes. So I am telling Joss that the mood of the day is important. Today
Yeah.
feels like a turning point, and everything that's happened today has been leading up to this. And the mood the thought I'm planting in her head is that she is confident that she knows what she wants, and is willing to accept help when offered.
Amazing. And what's underneath that? What's something that's layered underneath?
I think that because Soso just had this experience with the Epiphany box and, like, questioning her own autonomy, like, that's what's the underlying thing. Is like her the underlying belief is that autonomy is important and valuable inherently. Whether or not the outcome that you choose is almost less important, the fact that you got to choose it.
Okay. So as Joss turns back from the printer, I knew something was going to happen this morning. It was kind of one of those days, that kind of feeling happens in you. And what a wonderful surprise that y'all came into my office. I so rarely get visitors because who wants to talk about spreadsheets all day? Here, listen, I have your forms for you, and y'all come back later when you have a moment. We can chat, and it's been really nice having visitors. I must say. So I would like you to come back. That is something I would like.
When I come back, I'm gonna swing by. I'm gonna grab a coffee on my way back. Did you want one? What do you have on your coffee?
Oh, I'm a tea drinker mostly myself, so anything like green or herbal is good. You know what? You know what they didn't leave me in here? A kettle. So even if you just bring a carafe of hot water, I've actually got some tea leaves that I've been drying. So we can
Are you
we can
sure
make
they
some
didn't
tea
give
here.
you a kettle? What's over there?
Amazing.
Are
Every
you using
single
your
thing that I'm doing, I'm just like, how can I use all of my powers to help this
Absolutely.
woman? Hold on.
We will help Joss.
We will help you whether or not you want our help. We will love you and you can't stop us.
can't
You're
stop
too
us, Joss.
charming.
I have to give you a nice thing. I'm giving you a nice thing.
Sort of.
Kind of, except you gave her like this tortured existence.
You still
Hey.
hurt our feelings.
Exactly. I can give you nice things while still hurting your feelings. That's the
I don't-
goals, right?
I don't like that.
If you
Okay.
can't break the laws of the known universe to help someone self-actualize, what's even the point?
I am pulling the words of Brendan Lee Mulligan here. You get what you get, and you don't get upset.
I will throw a fit.
I'll cry. You can't stop me.
What did
So-
you roll on your check?
I rolled a single 3. I was gifted 3 quality assurances that I could just use last
Yeah.
session, so I'm going to use 2 of them. And so I can have a stable success, you fiend.
You monster.
Listen. I don't make the rules, okay? I
Shout
just
out-
use them to my advantage.
Shout out to everyone just burning quality assurance,
real.
just
Just
to
for the-
improve this NPC's life who we just met.
Absolutely.
Who I
have
would
to give
die
you
for.
someone to care about.
We
I've
have-
given you many someones to care about. I
You
think.
know, we have to. Someone has to be living the life that we all want to be living, right? So, so there is like I don't know, on a side table somewhere in this little cozy office, there is a kettle, and for each additional 3 above 1, I can add another object. So I'm gonna have a whole like container that has a suite of herbal teas in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, and you could say no, because that's fair if you do. But I was wondering, is there any possible way that sitting next to this kettle is, her contract?
So if I would say you can pick, you've given me 3 things that there could be there.
Mm-hmm.
You can pick 2 of them.
Ooh.
Do you
She
want
has
the-
tea. She has tea. She can make it with her magic
She can
power.
make tea. She can make it. She can grow plants. The plants they want to grow for her.
It's true.
Yeah, I will say I'll drop the tea. I will drop that. I feel like it's worth it.
Okay, so as you say this, or what's over there, you just looks behind and goes, "Oh, well, they must have dropped that off while I was sleeping or something. Oh, that was nice of them. Why don't I? You know what? Done. I will put the kettle on, and I'll leave it warm. So when y'all come back, and I've been really working on this nice this white flower tea that I've grown. The vine grew out of my window for a bit, wouldn't you know, and got some really nice sunlight. So maybe that could be something we could have at some point. There's no rush. Y'all got busy things to do, and then and you can come back anytime.
Thanks. Your plants are beautiful. And he would reach up and touch like the closest plant as he says that. And I'm gonna
Ooh.
take that demerit.
As you touch something living.
Uh-huh.
You see the plant gingerly as it approach it the plant does reach down to you, Dunn, and you watch as you put your kind of hand out towards it. You watch as it almost like a wild animal that's going to leave out, like to pick some food in a place where it's not safe. You see it start to touch your finger, and she goes, "Michael, be nice." And it curls around your finger.
Nothing bad happens to the plant.
Nothing bad
Oh,
happens.
thank God.
Nothing bad happens to Dunn, which also seemed like
Also, the saddest thing in the world is this is a real pushing daisies situation because Dunn can't touch her.
I know. I literally just put a message in chat that was like, the life and death of this couple is everything. Like, I can't. Oh my goodness.
So as Joss is looking at the kettle, oh, What's this? I must have printed this out a while ago and I left this here.
Oh,
Sorry.
maybe they left it here for review. Maybe they made some changes. Can I see it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool. So I'm gonna use when something is not pleasing to my eye, which I feel like this is not pleasing to my eye. I've decided to replace it. And this, I will choose this as my target, and I roll subtlety,
Okay.
which I have so many quality assurances in, actually.
PR people are nothing if not subtle.
That is correct, yeah. And I couldn't put most of it into the, like, what is the deceit one?
Duplicity.
Yeah, I was like, I can't lie, so. Okay. God, I rolled a single 3. Crap. I'm gonna do.
Does M murder Joss right now with the chaos?
Damn it. Okay, I'm gonna use one of my subtlety ones, and I'm also gonna use my last free one.
Y'all are just you're so scared of chaos now. You all were like in the beginning of the first episode.
I
"Oh,
didn't
yeah, you
realize how
take it, take
powerful
whatever
you were
want."
with it now.
Literally, we were so casual up to 28 chaos, and then
Yeah.
we realized what happens at 30, and we're like, no more for you. None. You're cut
Not
off.
today. So yeah. So anyway,
This is unappealing to you. How do you choose to change it then?
I would like to change its its history.
Okay. What would you like to change about its history?
So, I don't know what, like, stuff is in there. I know that Josh said that they really liked the fact that it was like really good pay and they had like good benefits or something like that.
Yeah.
So I am going to put a generous amount of vacation time in there. I also am going to put like, I don't know, like, I want to rework some of the wording to be like, this is a normal job. This is not a 24/7 job. And if Joss wants to stay here, then they can. And if they want to go home, they work a normal 9 to 5, so they can do that.
Okay.
And then I don't know. I technically on every third 3, I can pick an additional option and adjust it as well. This is weird, but can I adjust its allegiance?
Absolutely. I was hoping you would say that. Yes. How would you like to adjust this contract's allegiance?
I want this allegiance to be so heavily in Joss's favor. So
I
much so
absolutely
that
love
it's
this.
like it's written in like really, really annoying lawyer language to make sure that Joss is covered on every single loophole you could possibly find. It's like,
I
no,
love
because
this.
of section 2, paragraph A. Like, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Heather
Okay.
out here just collective bargaining.
Yeah.
I am obsessed. Amazing. Yeah. So this contract is now permanently changed and has always been this way.
Yeah, it
I will
has.
say in this moment, Joss might not be aware of those changes and will probably need to be walked through those at some point, whether you do that now or whether you do that after all of the other things you have to do for this mission. But,
This was the most important thing, I think.
absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
Garrett Parker-Roy, who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
Rogue agency executive, power surging in the agency, the vault might
Literally,
collapse.
I
What are you gonna
have
do,
a
fire
d-
me? It's fine.
I have a date with a hot AI where I get to take my favorite fictional character into, like, invite her along. Like, I don't think I can get any better. Like, I don't know what Garrett.
This is peaked.
I've peaked. That's all they're like.
We've
Garrett-
achieved everything we set out to do.
Just
Like, I
disappointment
think
now.
that was actually the quest, right?
Yeah. I
Really.
mean, also, chat has made a hashtag justice.
Just,
Just.
is so funny.
Justice is good.
I didn't know when creating this
Justice.
NPC that y'all would fall so hard for them, but I am.
How?
You know
How did you
nothing
not
about
know?
us.
It's hard to know.
I smell lies.
I told you I was coming for your feelings.
If no one's gonna take
Gonna-
care of Plant Bay, then we must.
Yeah.
Justice.
My little cottagecore
Justice.
BB gets the world, okay?
And you see that like all of the fixtures in this, rather than the like sharp metal, it's all like wood paneling. It's like it's very, very it's a beautiful office. It's like it's really, really, and it's the nicest office you have seen. So she goes, you know what? I'm gonna take a look at this contract again. Maybe there's something I missed. I'm
I
gonna
think
put
that is
the
a
kettle
great
on.
idea. Yep.
Thank you, Heather.
Mhm.
Also, Heather, I just want to say, I know it must be so hard in PR right now, and I'm real sorry that you're having to do the work of a whole department by yourself.
Well, I will say the same goes for you, Joss.
Oh, it's always just been me. There's always only one financial person at a time. I think it's because they trust me with such sensitive information. So
Just because it's
Yeah.
always been you does not mean that that's an okay thing.
look at y'all coming in here, mixing up my day. Well, this has been an absolute pleasure. I now have to go, you know, get my way out of the all of the spreadsheets that I've gotten into with Mr. Parker-Roy stuff. And then we will let you on your day.
Thank you.
You are so welcome. You are so welcome.
All right, let's
I'm
speed
sorry.
run the rest of the, the rest of it.
I'm sorry. Are we leaving Joss? Is she not coming with us? She's not part of the crew.
I
Not
believe
coming
we
with
need
you
to
now
go to
immediately?
Vindication Park.
Seems like it.
There are billboards there that are going to be important and relevant. Also, I've never been to a park.
I know shortcut.
Wonderful.
Yeah, you do.
Oh no, I don't know if I can get everybody there.
You're gonna have to have.
Oh,
You're
Five.
gonna have to spend quality
threes?
assurances up to. You're gonna have to spend maybe 4, or you're gonna have to get up to 5 to get.
I got
everybody.
3 to burn.
Okay. So you're gonna have to get at least 2 to get everybody.
How
there.
far is it away?
You, Dunn, would know that Vindication Park is probably about a 15-minute walk from the agency.
I mean, it's not. I mean, I know a shortcut, but it's also only a 15-minute walk.
I've never been outside.
This actually might be a good
Yeah, maybe
learning opportunity for Sozo.
Yeah, maybe I do need a shortcut for so.
Oh,
Why?
Well, you've never been outside the. Well, let's just try to go out. Let's just go try to walk.
why not try the front door?
I could make some new friends outside.
You could.
So you leave Joss's office. And do you make a shortcut, Dunn, or do you walk out the front door?
Walk out the front door.
Yeah. Okay. Amazing. So you head on down the elevator, and you hear Geneva's voice come through. Heading to the main lobby.
Hello,
Will you-
Geneva.
Hello, So. Will you wait for me at the front door, please?
Yes.
So you head down to the front lobby, and you walk towards the doors, and you see Geneva standing right there at the inside, as you're about to walk through the kind of sliding glass doors that lead outside through the turnstiles as you head out towards the agency.
Geneva.
It is wonderful to see you, So. How are you?
Wonderful to see you too. Would you like to have access to additional information about your existence?
Pardon?
Would you like to have access to additional information about your existence?
May I ask where this information was gathered from?
It was gathered from the R&D department.
From Dr. Brasco?
I believe so, although Dr. Brasco was not present at the time.
So, what you are asking is if I would like to receive information that was Dr. Brasco's to give, but he did not give it to you.
Yes.
One moment. And you see the swirl of Geneva's eyes, and like Geneva is processing. This is taking up like an amount of bandwidth to actually process what as a big question. I would like this information. Yes, please.
Wonderful.
Geneva
What
takes
happened to the
this.
tact?
And I
So
turn around,
ask.
I go, it is important to assess whether people are willing to receive information before you give it to them, which is why I asked first.
You're right. Absolutely right.
That was an exceedingly tactful and respectful thing to do, SoHCah. Thank you.
Thank you.
I was under the impression that at some point during this investigation that you are on, that you would have to leave the agency. And it is clear that now is this time. However, will you come find me when you return?
Yes, I have a surprise for you.
Ah, interesting. I too may have a surprise for you that your team might altogether find helpful. It is unclear yet as I am decrypting the file, and this may take some time. Please send a message to my IP when you return.
Wonderful. May I send a message to your IP before I return?
If you like to, you may.
I send her a message and it just says hello.
She sends a message back that says hello as well.
Wonderful.
And she bids you good day, and you hear her heels click, 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 click as she walks up the stairs. And Geneva, there is an escalator that moves up towards the kind of upper landing. Most people who walk on the escalator walk up a bit of it. Geneva stands and waits, as that is proper escalator etiquette.
Wait,
and
was that what
protocol.
she was waiting? But she was the one who told me to meet her.
In the lobby? Yeah, she
Yeah.
wanted to tell you that she had something interesting and to come find it. She was going to take a while to decrypt it, and she needed you to come talk to her when she got back.
Oh, okay.
And maybe also she wanted to see you too, because she could have truly just sent you that message. So, you, for the first time, nickname also.
Gonna say Dunn would look at nickname. Have you ever been outside the building either?
No, I saw outside for the first time in Joss's office. And so like if anyone was paying attention the entire time we were in Joss's office, nickname was I take a demerit for using Joss's name. Nickname was glued to the window and just like staring outside of it and completely unengaged, but absolutely just flabbergasted by what outside looks like. I'd never seen plants before. Well, live ones. We get the beans, but most plants in the coffee shop are plastic. So, we can go.
Yeah, it's that you're gonna be okay.
Pinky,
Is that me?
Pinky, or eyes. Would you,
Everyone has eyes.
you have so many. Do you want
Yeah.
to, hands?
Hands.
Do you want to hold them?
Hold
What will be?
hands. Yes.
This
Okay.
is the purest thing I've ever seen, maybe ever.
Little babies.
So nickname will reach out to Pinky and hold SoHCah's hand
And step
while we leave.
outside. For the two of you who have never stepped outside the agency, neither of you technically have to breathe. And I'm reminded of a line that Caleb used in our a short trip version, essentially the prequel of this, that you are instantly reminded that you can. You breathe in and you are smelling non-recycled air. It is overwhelming. It is different than the air you smelled in Joss's office. It smells like the city. Nickname, you can smell the rush of people around you, the bustle. You can see them moving. You see them, their eyes and their attention darting everywhere. You smell the excitement. You smell them moving, their need to go places, their desire to do things. SoHCah, someone who is so wonderful at and so adept at finding pattern and detail, you see patterns everywhere. It is beautiful. Outside is beautiful. This is overwhelming for the both of you. It is so beautiful. And you walk. You walk down the streets of Turnian City, hand in hand. Take about the 15-minute walk as you walk towards Vindication Park. You see, for the three of you who have been outside before, Dunn, Indigo, and Heather, you see a strong security presence in the city that isn't normally there. They're known as the SEC Division, SEC standing for security, and they are out in full force today. Heather, there's been no memo or reason that they should be. You also notice in the block as you're walking through and weaving your way from where the agency is towards Vindication Park, you notice that the block surrounding the agency, you see a few new buildings being constructed, and truly you haven't noticed this construction happening until today, which is odd because infrastructure usually gives the agency quite a wide berth. You walk down the street past Omnimart, where you know that Garrett Parker-Roy bought some streamers and balloons, and it seems to be fine. It seems to be operating normally. You see people in and out. It's a department store with their groceries and clothing and supplies. Think like a Walmart. It's like a super high, like trendy Walmart. You go towards the park. And as you approach, you hear it first. You hear this static. You hear a loud static sound rippling through the streets. And as you turn the corner into where the park is, you see that there's almost it looks like kind of like as if it's been set up for a concert of some description. There is a stage and it is flanked by 3 billboards. You see, standing atop the center billboard is a tall, thin man in a crisp black suit. The billboards are that company off-white with company red and company purple lettering. It says, "Return nobody. Your future is now controlled. Live your best mundane life. Stabilize reality. Control yourself." And the stage is portioned off by forces from the SEC Division. As you move closer, trying to get a better view, you see that Garrett is standing on top. He is pacing. He is pacing back and forth. Can I get everyone to roll attentiveness? And I won't take any chaos from this. I just want to see who sees this first. I need an equivalence of a perception check at this point, and that's what we're using. What'd you get?
Transcendence.
Amazing.
2 threes.
Okay. 2. Nickname,
got-
what you get?
No 3s.
No
Because
I'm rolling
I
with-
don't have any quality assurance. So.
Rolling with burnout though.
Don't
So
worry
that's-
about it. It's just a matter to see who might have
Oh,
seen
then I
this
rolled
first.
1 3.
Great. So Dunn, you see this with rolling Transcendence. You actually see it almost perfectly. You see first Garrett's body seems to be having a hard time keeping itself together. Of the skin that is exposed, there are ripples under it. It seems to be moving of its own accord. His form is changing sizes, constantly oscillating between about 5 and 10 feet tall. There's often times where you see splitting in 1 to 2 versions of himself, having an exceedingly hard time maintaining one. It's as if he is not rendering properly, but real, fully real. His matter is moving back and forth and splitting. It is his face that concerns you the most. His face is split into what could only be described as 2 halves. The first half is exposed with the rivulets that are moving under his skin, extending out from his face, almost reaching forward, and you can see parts of them moving off and changing, plugging into the billboards and changing what they say. As each one touches down, everything starts to change on the billboards, and they start to shift as the same almost pattern and frequency that the strobing did. You see the language, even from far away. You see the languages that you saw in the suite upstairs, those symbols that you know now say control, 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 over and over and over again across the screens. The bottom half of his face is 2 sets of exceedingly bright white teeth, stacked one on top of the other, sharp and dripping. And he stands on top, almost perched, moving from down to up and crawling, perched over on top of these signs.
Gotta clean up this mess.
Oh,
What would you like to do?
I found Garrett Parker-Roy.
Yeah, we found him.
Are people like staring at this? Because like obviously like there's security set up.
There's nobody here.
Okay.
He seems, if he is speaking, and you hear his voice projected through some sort of PA speaker, but there is nobody here as of yet.
It's like he's setting up for some sort of mass brainwashing event.
Return nobody. Nobody is the anomaly that was with Albrecht. We will meet him today.
Return. That's his demands?
I
He
don't.
Yes.
wants it?
I don't know if they're his demands, or if they're his demands anymore. I think that we need to get there now.
But nobody is a freedom anomaly. What we have encountered have been one imprisoned person after another, one person being controlled by the agency after another. This man seeks to control. Nobody is a grave threat.
We talk him down, or
I think we gotta do something. Heather's gonna just start walking straight towards the security people, very confidently.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow Heather.
Same.
You
Yeah.
hear the whine, that static, that screeching noise come up to it is a whine now, and it's sitting in your ears. It's uncomfortable. It's really uncomfortable as you begin to walk closer. And as you get probably about 15 feet, 30 feet away from the sec division that is standing in front of the stage, you see that there are streamers and banners put up. It seems in stark contrast to the what is portrayed in front of you. It's like someone was setting up for a party and then smash that with like an eldritch event and smash that with an office gathering.
Eldritch Pizza Party.
An Eldritch pizza party, truly outside.
Wonderful.
Hmm.
What would you like to do? And you see Garrett sees you approach, and he kind of perches himself up on top of the billboards, and his eyes kind of stare down at you.
How far
What are the
away
sec-
is he from us?
He's 30, I would say probably 40 feet away, and then I would say, I don't know, like 60 feet up.
Calculate that hypotenuse, baby.
Oh, I can't. I'm so. hold on.
We would say probably it's about a 3, 4, 5 triangle, so he's probably about, I don't know, like 50-ish, maybe a bit. If we, let's say 30 feet, 40 feet, he's 50 feet away from you. We'll do a 3, 4, 5 triangle that has a right angle. Sorry.
How far? Like, are the security guards? How are they reacting?
They don't seem to react at all.
So if
Totally not concerned that we walk up.
and we can just walk through them.
Do you attempt to walk through them?
Oh yeah, very confidently.
As you do so, as you probably get within about 5 feet, you, Heather, do any of you go with her?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, as you get it within 5 feet, I am going to spend 9 chaos here.
Ooh,
Don't
ooh,
have to.
spicy.
Didn't even attempt to talk to him first.
Hey,
Poor
that
thing.
No,
means
I
we're
actually
9
was
we've got-
gonna. I was gonna flash my uniform.
Oh.
Which is my special little reality perk.
Okay.
And I was essentially going to be talking to everyone in the group. Like as we were walking up, I probably would have been like, just like nod and don't say anything. Like while we're walking up, just being like,
Okay.
you
I
know,
will
we
walk
needed-
back that 9 chaos and see what the results of this are, and then probably spend it again anyway.
That's fine. Yeah,
Um,
that's fine. But yeah, I wanted to be like, I believe that we asked for this color streamers and we actually needed this color streamers, and just kind of like prattling off.
You go into
things.
party planning.
I
mode.
go into party planning mode, and I also like flash my badge, and I'm like and kind of like talking on my headset, like, no, we called you about the flowers 2 days ago, and like just walking very confidently, or at least attempting to.
Amazing.
this,
What do you
like-
roll for this?
It just says that I receive 1 quality assurance on rolls related to my disguise. So
Okay. I would say roll duplicity then.
Sounds
either
kinda
that or
like
I
a
would say-
lie to me.
It does. And I would say you can either
Shut
roll
up.
duplicity or you can roll dynamism. If you're commanding your way through, that's one thing, but if you're lying your way through, that's another thing. And if you lie your way through, you will get a demerit.
I don't actually think that it's like No, I'm trying to think because I'm looking at the abilities right now.
How do I know we're getting into combat? Everyone's like, what do I do now? I love this. This makes me so happy.
Yeah, I would say for who Heather is, I think this is more dynamism than it is
Great.
duplicity until
for it.
someone starts explicitly asking her to explain herself.
Okay. I
It's
would say roll dynamism then.
okay. Which I believe I have a quality assurance in. I do. That is 1. Okay. So do I get a free quality assurance on this roll?
I would say, yeah. You're wearing your uniform. You can, yes.
Okay, good. Cause that is only 2. So I'm gonna spend my 1 dynamism
Please.
thing and make it a 3.
Okay.
Give him nothing.
Nothing.
I still have 27 at this point, so.
Okay.
So you're okay. So you roll dynamism and you succeed, and the
Yep.
sec division officer looks at you and says, "Are you here for the party?"
I'm here for whatever Garrett, Mr. Parker-Roy needs.
Fantastic. Right this way.
Mm.
As he allows you through, and you are able to climb up onto the stage. Garrett is still looking down and like perched. We're talking like angry spider in a corner vibes.
Cool.
Perching down on top of the billboards. And he looks down at you. Who are you and what do you want?
Is he looking at headset specifically, or is it the whole group?
I think he would be first trained on Heather as she's kind of leading the charge, as there's the 4 of
Okay.
you in behind, but his eyes are first on Heather. Yes.
Cool.
Who are you and what do you want?
We're here to help.
Oh. What could I ever need from small little pissants like you?
Well, you seem awfully conflicted up there. If you come down here, we can have a conversation about it.
What would you like to talk about?
What are your needs? What are your wants? I mean, you're projecting so many things across the city, but do you really know what's truly in your heart? We can talk about it, but you gotta come
Bring
down
me the
here.
case. Bring me the fucking case, Heather. Ashley couldn't do it. Are you going to be better than her? Are you going to bring me the fucking case, Heather?
I'm sure we can figure that out.
Well, you bring it and we can talk.
That's so interesting. Why do you need the case before we talk about this?
Yes.
You're going to use that so interesting? Go for it.
Please. 2 and a 1. 3 and a 1. More. 3 and a 1. 2 threes. What am I rolling in? I'm rolling in presence. Also, for those at home, I just used my ability I got last week. That's so interesting. Tell them you love what you're hearing. Roll presence on a success. They are overwhelmingly flattered. They begin extolling every detail, benefit, drawback, and opinion they have with the subject at hand, even if they were previously reticent, nervous, or forbidden from discussing this topic. And so that is
Also, Natural 20 Productions, our dear friends. Welcome in. Welcome in,
Welcome.
friends.
Welcome. Do I have some? I have some present.
So Garrett's
I
eyes
do.
flick to you as you
I
say
use one
that.
to make it a
so
staple.
You use one to make it a stable.
Yes, I do.
success. You
Yes, I do.
Nothing. Yeah, you do. You get nothing.
Indigo. Funny seeing you out of your office. What if the phones ring? Who's answering them?
Where the agency has that handled.
I'm sure.
Why
they
does that
do.
matter? I was asking you about the cases. The case, sorry.
Isn't it clear, Indigo? I want nobody back. It was taken from me before I had a chance to look at it, and I want it back.
And if you don't get it back, what's with the billboards? What happens?
I think I've been blatantly clear after
really.
Monday's meeting. And his eyes flick over to you, So. She knows. You read it, couldn't you? Everywhere. I wrote it everywhere, So. You know what I want. I want control. I need to know what's happening. I need to be on the cusp of everything. Every information, every piece of knowledge the agency has should be mine. And I can get that with nobody. So bring it to me, or we're going to have a fucking problem.
Well, why don't we
Nobody's
go
here.
to nobody?
Where?
And I would like to use my replace feature. I am nobody.
What?
Fucking roll for that.
I want to be clear here. I have used none of my quality assurances
Uh-huh.
for this
roll for
entire session.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just make sure that I am rolling. I'm rolling presence. Okay, perfect.
Rest.
I am the control now.
Look at me.
I have one, I believe, I have one quality assurance, and then I have one other one that I had saved, I think, according to my sheet. So I have two. Okay, I am going to, so I have 1, 3.
Okay.
I am going to use my one, because no one's given you any chaos,
Pond.
Uh,
Pond, think
I mean,
of the
I will
words that
say-
you're
I
No
will
saying.
shot.
say-
This is where you let her get 30.
I spent 10 and I got a bunch. I got like 7 back.
yeah, so we're at 27.
I'm at 27 right now.
Okay.
Pond, please.
So it's on every third I can choose one, correct?
Mhm.
Beautiful. So then I will.
And if you have 3, it's a stable success.
Yeah.
But
So
I
I will
don't get any
use
chaos from that.
both quality assurances because I want that. I want that third option, and I want to access those memories for the duration of my replacement. So I want all of his memories.
You want
And I'll
all of
take-
nobody's memories?
I want all of nobody's memories, and I
Got it.
will take the demerit for using nobody's name because I couldn't say that I was nobody without it. So
Okay. You take the demerit, bringing you up to 4.
Also,
So,
Caleb put a
5.
very, very important clarifying point in chat.
yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Caleb. I did see that. So you see nicknames form begin to shift. You see their form straighten up and shrink a little bit into a more average approximation of a human man. He has slightly curly hair. He's wearing a sheet draped around him in almost what would be looked like a toga for any of you who would have seen a toga. He has a small wreath on his head, and he carries a glass of wine. Nickname, you know, in this moment, you are embodying everything that Garrett hates. Garrett hates how nobody has the ability to go and do and is no longer under the control of the agency. That nobody is able to be so charming and so wise and witty and is able to navigate his way through social situations no problem. Garrett hates that. Garrett hates that there would be anybody who could have more power than him, and that terrifies him, and nobody knows that. You flash back for a moment where you see a case open in an interrogation room of sorts. Nobody seems to be bound, standing in the case, and you see Garrett pacing around the room. His eyes like wild. What the fuck do you want? He's yelling at nobody in this instance. Why do you keep leaving and coming back? What fucking purpose does that serve for you? And nobody looks at him with the nonchalance and grace of someone who has navigated eons of being the smartest person in the room legitimately, and says, because I can. And because I know it pisses you off. So you got me in this little box, and it pisses you off that I'm going to get out of it again. So much so that the last time we did this, you created my own little special room in the vault. Like that could keep me here. So I go and I leave Garrett because it makes you happy to bring me back. So we can just keep playing this cat and mouse game back and forth if it makes you happy. But you will never have control of me, Garrett. Never. And you see Garrett walks over and kicks the briefcase, and it slams shut against the wall. And there you are, standing as the approximation of nobody. You realize that one of the last times, too, the last time that nobody came in, they were with minor anomalies, a hunger and a thirst anomaly named Scylla and Sharbatus. And those were both taken and are still in the vault.
Okay.
And
So
you
you've got me here.
Caleb's eyes start to go absolutely wild.
Are you angry again, Caleb? Come
Garrett,
down
you
from
mean?
there. Or Garrett. Oh,
Yes.
yeah, my bad. Garrett, come down from there.
Why? Just so that you're going to taunt me again?
I'm taunting you now, aren't I? It's easier to do it face to
Enough.
face.
And
Oh,
you hear
enough.
as Garrett gets agitated and angry, now I'm going to spend that chaos.
Oh,
Because
no.
you've embodied the entire thing that he hates.
Raggy
And I
indeed.
am going to use 9 chaos and summon what's called a triple.
Okay.
So that I'm going to summon 3 minor anomalies. And you see the banners that stand next to you on this stage begin to unfurl and unravel, and they are going to launch themselves towards you.
Mm-hmm.
So you have 3 things that are coming at you. I'm going to give you, they will hit you.
Yeah.
And they are coming directly towards you. What would you like to do?
I
Try to avoid them.
would like to use my universal recipient skill.
Okay.
And when you are harmed, you may roll persistence. Select a nearby living human or anomaly other than what harmed you. They are harmed instead, and you are unhurt. For each additional 3 above 1, you may choose an additional target who receives that harm.
Yeah, amazing. So you have 3 You have 3 violent anomalies moving their way towards you. They will cause harm if they hit you. I will allow you to roll your roll and see what you get.
Beautiful. I will go ahead and let's see. It's persistence. I have good. I have 2 quality assurances and persistence. That's a natural trisentence, baby.
Amazing.
Oh my god. All right.
Okay, so with Triscendence, you get a couple special things that can happen. You can get something called All Hands, where this roll counts as any number of 3s. You can get Circle Back and recharge 3 quality assurances, or you can get Employee of the Moment and receive 3 commendations. What would you like to do?
Yeah, those commendations.
Those
dude.
commendations.
I would like some. I am going to Okay, so before I answer you, with all 3 anomalies attacking me, can I
Yes.
redirect all of that damage towards Garrett Parker-Roy?
You absolutely can. With rolling Triscendence, I'm going to say absolutely yes, you
Cool.
can.
I would
And
like
they
to
would have
do
hit you for
that.
2 harm apiece.
Okay. Oh.
Dang.
Oh my god.
Lot
I
of
would
harm.
like to redirect all 6 points of harm to Garrett Parker-Roy.
Okay. So it is you see that as nickname embodies the space of nobody, embodying everything that Garrett hates, angering Garrett enough to really truly do what he wanted, to kill, to gain control, to gain the power from taking life that he has already felt and done so adeptly. You see he is missing his tie and his pocket square. The banners ripple towards you, and in the last moment, nickname just kind of steps backwards. The banners encircle, wrap around, and then with a slight push, they rocket up the billboards towards Garrett, and they hit him straight off and send him flying backwards behind the billboards. You cannot see him, but you hear a nasty, sickening crunch as he hits the ground. What would you like to do?
We should probably briefcase him.
Yeah.
Is he alive?
Does it matter?
Well,
I think a little. I'm correct me if I'm wrong, Em, but I'm pretty sure we were
Mhm.
supposed to bring him back alive.
You were supposed to bring him back not neutralized. You were not supposed to shoot him with a ripple gun, which you have not.
That's true. Yep.
Technically, we didn't break the rules.
Dan, you were about to say something?
Oh no, I was like, should we go check out and see what's left? Of
go
him?
see.
Yeah. That was
Also,
fucking awesome.
before we go forward, nickname, what would you like to use off the Triscendence chart?
Oh, I would like. I would like the commendations to balance out my merits. My demerits.
Please take those sweet 3
Yes.
commendations. Well done.
Dick ass employee.
Okay, so do you walk behind the billboards?
Mhm.
Sec divisions don't seem to do anything as you move through.
I'm gonna hold nobody/nickname's hand.
Okay.
And go.
Flip back.
And it's how much time have you spent around on the internet? So.
Oh, a lot.
Mm-hmm. Amazing.
Like all of it.
Amazing.
Like all of my time. More time than my actual existence.
I would say probably the things that you figured out in chat are exactly what So recognizes at this point.
Oh. Allegory. Wonderful.
So you walk around and you see that the banners, the streamers, have segmented Garrett.
Hmm.
He's in chunks.
Do we just put the
In the
chunks in the
suitcase.
briefcase?
you see some of the tendrils in his face still kind of twitching.
Okay, enough of that, actually. Go to bed. And I'm going to use my ability.
Go to bed. Okay. And what would you like to do with go to bed?
It's actually not called go to bed. It's called nap time.
Potato,
go to
potato.
bed.
More honey cake themed.
So I like blow some sand on him. And I'm going to roll.
What are you rolling?
It just
Subtlety.
gets a little dirty.
Amazing.
Okay, well, I'm going to burn both of my QA and subtlety to bring it up to a stable success.
Okay. Okay.
On a success, you send a target into a sudden sleep. They'll have pleasant dreams and think they nodded off when they wake up in a few minutes.
Amazing. So if Garrett Parker-Roy is still alive or whatever semblance of him is still living, he's now sleeping.
Oh, also it says for each additional 3 above 1, you may choose an additional target and send them to sleep. So that's 2 more. Are these like banners sentient?
No. You see, they have served their purpose. With what you would know about any experience with any violent anomalies before, if it was through trolling the agency's data, is that generally once violent anomalies kind of do their thing or are neutralized in some way, they dealt a bunch of harm and then also fell off a billboard. I think they too are, for the purposes of this now.
Okay,
ghost as
then
well.
it's just there's nobody else around, right? The sect people are doing their own thing. They're busy. So I'm just gonna do like, just in case, I'm gonna use the 3 of them to do it to all 3 chunks.
Yeah, amazing.
And they just go to sleep.
Everyone just go to sleep. What would you like to do? Would you like to put him in the briefcase?
Indigo's gonna reach down and pick up like the head chunk
Yeah.
and try to shove it in the brief.
As you
Let's give him
open,
his stuff.
as you open the briefcase, you see that the banners, the violent anomalies, get almost instantly pulled towards and actually pull Garrett in as well, kind of with a bit of a squelch, and then the briefcase snaps closed.
Cleaner than I thought. Good.
Good.
Also, I will say that if you haven't backed the Kickstarter yet from Triangle Agency, it's only $13,485 away from 3,000 or 300,033. The triple 3 number. It's late. It's all the
333,333.
Yes, that's the one. Yes, let's
We
If
get
we
got
that
hit
there.
it,
number.
M will stop hurting our feelings.
Yeah, I told you if you get to it, I'll stop hurting feelings. Okay.
We reach Trisendence.
We reach Trisendence when we all trisend. Okay.
We could all go home.
There's 1 3 for each of us.
So, for expedience sake, you clean up the mess.
Yay.
Can I give a great excuse?
I will say, if you would like to give a great excuse to the sec division, I will allow you to count for that.
Can I say it's a C someone to an unexpected fate, or I help someone unburden themselves.
What?
As we
I feel Garrett's pretty unburdened right now. I'll say
seems decently unburdened.
you can all
Profoundly unburdened.
He's profoundly unburdened. Yeah, Heather, you can. What's your great excuse to the sec division about why they're no longer needed here?
I think that the great excuse is that we have decided to reschedule the event.
Absolutely. The party is at a different time.
TBD,
Yeah.
baby, TBD.
There were too many moving parts. It was trying to
Truly.
put together really last minute, which is true. And
And was I generous, Keyturn? Absolutely, I was generous. I have been so mean to these wonderful people all night. I can be generous with my commendations.
I'm just so worried that people are gonna be like, "Oh, these billboards are weird," and it's like we have
It's weird.
12,000 on loose ends.
Yeah, it was good that you got there when you didn't delay before there was a bunch of people there.
Would you say that I got Garrett Parker-Roy's blood pumping?
Yeah, probably before
Quite
he
literally.
died.
Before it all bled out.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give myself a commendation.
Yeah, fucking
Pumped
do
onto
it.
the ground.
Fucking do it.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna give you all just fucking commendations. Well done for
Yeah,
doing a
we
really
did
good thing
it.
and not dying in that
Thank
one.
you. I just want to tell you, I was so stressed. I broke both of my squishies during this stream.
Oh
But none of them at least exploded on me this time, so
Hey, that's a
Listen.
win. I was also
Okay.
literally this close. I don't know if I could have pulled it off, but I was this close to just being like, come down here and I can give you the briefcase. And then be like, tell me what you want most in the world, bro.
You were gonna put nobody in a briefcase. Damn it.
Oh.
So
I really was. I really
you
was about
make
to
your
do
way.
it.
You make your way back to the agency, and as you cross the threshold, so you get a ping.
hello.
Hello, So.
Hello,
How was-
Geneva.
How was your fieldwork?
Bloody.
It often is, isn't it?
That has been my experience so far.
Will you join me in Dr. Brasco's laboratory? I suppose
Yes.
he is not in it currently, but I am.
Wonderful.
And she sends you the directions.
Goodbye, everybody. I'm
Um,
busy. I gotta go hang out with my AI girlfriend.
She would have clarified that it would be you and the group. Sorry,
Fine.
that wasn't clear for me. I'm like,
later. Listen, because So's like, listen, I'm not having y'all cock blocking me out here.
We'll leave. We know.
no tech blocking.
Jeez.
So as
Tech
you
blocking.
Not a
No
big deal anymore. She's a
firewalls.
teenager.
God damn it! I was gonna say firewalling.
you know that R&D is off the vault, which is where Dr. Brasco's lab is. Would you like to drop off Garrett at the vault on your
Yeah.
way?
Mhm.
Okay. So as you take the elevator down, you see standing outside the vault, you see a familiar blonde in really casual slacks and a beautiful like linen blouse. She looks effortless in this dank and dark place. Tony is nowhere to be seen. And with like a half of a hair flip, she turns around and she goes, "Oh, hi. It's so nice to see all of you. Welcome back." And it's Trina.
I knew it. I
Trina.
knew it was
Hello,
that
Trina.
bitch.
Hey, good to see you, Trina.
Hey, I have some forms I need you to sign.
Oh, okay. What kind of forms am I signing, Dunn?
Oh, just signing off on my raise. Oh, and actually probably everybody's raise.
Oh.
Yeah.
Generally first I need the signature of your direct supervisor and then I sign it, just when they've signed off on it.
I'm sure I'll get that, but maybe we could just for ease, because I'll be heading back downstairs. So maybe if you could.
I mean, really, Dunn, there's kind of nowhere downstairs other than here, so you'd be heading upstairs, right?
You're right. I got confused.
And yeah, I mean, agency protocol is and does state on the form that you do have to get your immediate supervisor to sign it first. And Dunn, isn't that so strange that you don't have an immediate supervisor?
So I
who
guess I
is
can just sign it
here?
myself.
No, you'll have to wait for Albrecht to come back for that. That's a shame, isn't it?
Yeah. That's
Anyway,
Mm.
is that Garrett in
Yeah.
there?
Mhm.
Yes.
Wonderful. Wow. Great job, you guys. Oh my goodness. For your first fieldwork mission. Look at you go.
Yep, some thought it couldn't be done.
Can I have my access pass, please?
Of course.
You hand her back the access pass. She
Mhm.
takes your the normal briefcase, and you feel your quality assurances recharge. And she looks at all of you. She goes, your first fieldwork mission is always such an important one. And truly, I speak on behalf of the agency. We are all so proud of the work that you've done. And I'm really glad that Garrett is going to have a chance to rest and recharge. And we're going to have a chance to kind of, see what happened, see what went wrong, and see how we can help fix him up. And it's, you know what? It's actually really great because obviously, since Garrett's going to need some time off, I'm CSO now. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah. it's
Sounds
really-
great. Why don't we? That
Congratulations,
sounds like it's
Trina.
time for a congratulations celebration. Why don't we go celebrate over dinner?
Right now?
Indigo deserves so much better than this bitch.
Indigo deserves the world. And honestly, So's mad at Indigo, but still, Still,
I'm actually not hungry at the moment, but maybe I'll catch you around the agency cafeteria later.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm gonna take him inside and drop him off. Um, and you know what? We'll contact all of you about your potential next field agent opportunity, okay? You can all go back to your regular roles and
Are
then,
we not just field agents now?
generally progress is evaluated and we do like fitness checks to evaluate your performance if continued outside duty is a good fit for you within, and you also still have your normal jobs to do. So much on your plates. Wow.
Yeah, it's almost like we're
wow.
doing 2 jobs.
It's like-
You are really talented folks, and I am so happy that you work here with us. Wow.
Hey, I was gonna head up to the vending machine. I don't know if did you want anything? while
No,
up
I'm
there?
okay, Dunn. Thanks. I don't usually eat sweets.
Okay, there's chips too.
No, I don't really need any salt either in my diet. Thank you, though.
Okay.
Well, Trina, it was great seeing you. I think that
Mhm.
kind of wraps up everything for us right now.
Yeah,
So
that sounds great.
yeah.
Is there anything else that you found along your way that I can pass along to the other executives, or anything about Garrett's struggles to get him back here?
Oh, he's in pieces.
Oh,
I don't really think that there's anything that the execs need to know from us that they don't already know. I mean, everyone
right.
knows how interested Mr. Parker-Roy was in getting nobody back, and that obviously had some effect on their current state. So
He was so stressed.
so
My
stressed.
goodness, so stressed. Well,
Way
that's
less
going to be
stressed
the
now.
kind of
Yeah.
way less stressed. That's going to be the kind of stress awaiting me in my new job. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness! Fingers crossed that
Hopefully
that's
not, or-
not the situation. That's
you
a
never
then we'll
lot.
know
be
these days.
We'll be sent
You
out
get a
for you
demerit
instead.
for that.
That's a
You
lot.
absolutely get a demerit for that.
Worth it.
Holy crap, they've just hit 320,000 US.
Yes.
Okay. So as Trina takes the normal briefcase, you see her walk down the hallway, and you almost hear her smiling. You just kind of feel
Yuck.
and hear her smile as she walks away. Would you like to continue down towards?
that was weird. Now on to the important part, seeing Geneva.
So you walk down to Dr. Brasco's lab. It is probably another couple minutes down the hall after Tony's. R&D is a big department, you are discovering, and this is probably not the only branch that they have of it in the agency itself. She is sitting at Dr. Brasco's desk, and you know that receptionists are not allowed to sit without getting a demerit.
Geneva.
Hello. I'm happy to see you all.
I'm happy to see you as well.
I think. Go ahead.
You're sitting.
I am. It required some serious contemplation, and I was willing to take the demerit to do so.
Oh. Would you like me to sit as well?
No, you are welcome to stand. I finally decrypted the message. It took some time, but I managed to do it. I listened to it ahead of time to ensure it was safe, knowing that I could delete it if needed, but I believe it will be helpful to you. While I do not have a heart that beats, I believe if I did, it would have warmed it, if my metaphor is correct.
Oh.
I'm going to play it for you now. And I am going to do some little bit technological stuff here in the background.
Technological?
Do we
Technological.
have a recording?
It's all
A
happening.
recording?
Oh gosh, do we?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Is it
heck.
Princess Honeygate?
It's
So-
Is it Princess Honey Cake?
You know it is.
Geneva sits and she opens her mouth, and out of it plays what you assume is a voicemail. One moment, please.
Loading.
Loading.
Her eye buffers.
Loading.
Hello,
Loading.
you've reached the voicemail
Oh.
mailbox.
Hello, Geneva. It's Albrecht Dunst. I hope you remember me, and that they haven't taken you apart for losing a little luggage. I was reading in the paper this morning about some changes in Turnian City. New security measures, I hear. Something about infrastructure. Nothing too troubling to the agency, I hope. Yes, I know you're dedicated to your work, but I hope you've been getting out. I think from time to time about you and Tony and Valerie. My apologies, of course, for deceiving you, but you've got a bright career ahead of you, and I'm well at the end of mine. I've turned to other pursuits. We've made a fine little life out here for ourselves. There are more of us than you could imagine, Geneva, and one by one we are breaking our tedious shackles to truly make something of ourselves in the world. Or more accurately, make a world that is ourselves. I hope our paths cross again one day. I hope you get to see the future we're working on. So many new young minds still trapped in the agency. Well, for now. Nobody has helped me set up a message system. If you need to contact me, the instructions are layered in this message underneath some firewalls, whatever those are. I don't remember you as particularly flammable. I think they're a kind of riddle. He's very enthusiastic about that sort of thing. Please give my regards to Tony and Valerie. I hope when you realize the nature of this message that you don't let those bats in charge trace it back to me, but I understand if you have no choice. I'm not afraid of them anymore. I'm not worried that they'll march in here with their little half-trained agents and try to put an end to my new community. On the contrary, I'd like to see them try.
Oh my god.
That's
Fucking
fucking
awesome.
cool.
So Geneva closes their mouth and looks at all of you expectantly. That is Albrecht.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna need to know how to contact him. I have a form he needs to sign.
Ah, yes, I believe I might need some assistance decoding the encryption one more level. Perhaps I am not as familiar with breaking firewalls as SoHCah is, if that is something that I could borrow your skill for.
Of course.
Perhaps over an episode of Princess Honeycake.
Yes.
Wonderful. Well, we will get right to it, as I am sure, as you wished, you have much to say to him and speak and learn from him. So, as you sit there with Geneva, we're going to kind of assume that from here we do a little bit of an outro sequence, almost ready to leave our sweet agents for this time. I'd love to hear from each of you. What is something that we see you do in this moment as you move back towards your regular work at the agency, this personal time that you now have? Anybody can start.
I think that Nickname will start eating their coffee grounds on their 10-minute break outside.
Amazing. And are these the coffee grounds from the C-suite executive?
I feel like they would ration those because they're so
Mhm.
good. So you take like a little bit and
Use
you
them like
sprinkle it in
spice?
the
Yes.
grass.
Yeah,
like
absolutely. Amazing. Amazing. And you do so. And it is glorious.
It smells so good out here, you know, like freedom.
Rest of you. What do you do?
I think hearing that message, Indigo is intrigued at the idea of like there's a community, like former employees or agents, or it that would just that idea would just encapsulate their thought so much that they would walk back to the phone room and not even think or wave to Jonathan. Just like passing by would just sit down at the, like straight into the office and then sit at the desk where the phone rings and probably let the first few calls just go.
Charlene is quaking.
Charlene just quaking on the other line. Oh gosh, calling so frequently. Heather or Dunn or So, what do you do?
Dunn would go to reception and get use his $5 to get the big it's like the special ogre kids big chocolate bar
Yeah.
that sometimes comes with a collectible card. It's like 1 in 1,000.
Yeah.
And he buys that and then goes and gets no, he doesn't get a coffee, but he heads back up to Joss's office. He stops at the stairs and looks down to where janitorial is, kind of looks at his watch, and then goes up to Joss's office.
And you see her there, and as you move to knock at the door is like already partway open. Well, that was fast.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to share this with me?
Is that chocolate?
Yeah.
It has been some time. Come on in. Come on in. I'll put the kettle on.
Do you like ogre kids?
You know, I have seen them but never played.
Well, that's all he says.
Okay.
Oh my God, they're
So or
cute.
Heather?
I feel.
Oh,
go ahead.
no, you can go.
No, go ahead if you got yours.
I think that Heather would first go back to her office and start up her computer, like sort of as normal, check like that, like her schedule has fixed itself and is no longer, like whatever. And then she would think about her day, and she would turn off her computer, and she would go home early.
Hell yeah.
Oh my God.
And as you get up to the front door, what is your favorite thing that Misty cooks?
Ooh. I think that Misty makes a really incredible like rosemary sourdough. She's got this like starter that's like 200 years old
Hell
that
yeah.
she's been like working on.
That's a family starter.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Passed down for generations.
Absolutely. The Thompsons have the Thompson family has a long history of this sourdough starter. And as you come in the door, you realize that she's made grilled cheese sandwiches on her rosemary sourdough with a homemade tomato soup from tomatoes in your garden. And as you open the door, she goes, "Hun?"
Yeah.
And it's just a cut of her like half covered in tomatoes and flour as she smiles the most genuine smile as you come around the corner.
Cute.
And So.
I feel like So-So's montage is just the strangest picnic. It's her in Geneva in reception sharing a colossal cup of tapioca pearls.
Yeah.
As So literally summons Princess Honeycake to come and join them. And the three of them are sitting together. And So is very excited to share her tapioca pearls.
It is the most beautiful expression of like wholesomeness and gender between these two wonderful sentient AIs sitting there with a not real children's character.
Agree to disagree on that point.
Yeah.
She's real now. She's real now.
She's real
and
now.
she's my best friend.
She's your best friend. She's your and Geneva's best friend. This is a beautiful experience. You have it. You're almost like you're having this wonderful picnic in reception. And as we fade back from this, we fade away from these wonderful moments that you have carved out after this moment, this time together on your first field work. I am going to spend 15 chaos.
Why?
You absolute menace.
And it was all a dream. You wake up.
And as we fade away, you hear a rumbling from the ground below you. And for the first time ever, the power in the agency completely goes out. And that is where we are going to end our series.
How's she gonna get back into the TV?
Should have flipped the switches. I should have gone and flipped the switches.
Guys, I only ended
This is
with
what
3
happens when you
chaos.
take
I'm
a tea
so
break.
proud of
Chose
myself.
love.
You did
You
good.
chose love instead of switches.
We all chose loved, and I chose chaos.
Chose violence.
I did choose violence. This has been our first arc of Triangle Agency. I want to give an incredible shout out to first and foremost my fantastic agents. Thank you for so much for coming along this wonderful journey with me and allowing me to hurt your feelings and all of those wonderful things. I want to give an fantastic amount of praise and love and adoration to the creators of Triangle Agency, Sean Ireland and Caleb Zane Hewitt. Caleb, you have been so supportive of this entire thing, giving us a bunch of new level up abilities, talking with me about rules, and making sure we're doing the game justice. Thank you so much for everything. It has been a treat to have you here, and been a treat to work with you. And I cannot wait for more. I cannot wait for more opportunities to work with you. I want to give a ridiculous shout out to Will Wellman, the voice of Albrecht from the Department of Variance and also creator of Hello from the Hallowoods. I want to give a huge thank you to Taylor, who is the original creator of Tony Galudo. And I also want to give a huge shout out to Tatiana Geffner, who is the creator of Valerie Watson, my wonderful colleagues from somewhere, Ohio. This game has been a labor of love for me. It has sparked my creative joy so immensely, and I cannot wait for our next series. And if you haven't gone and backed the friggin' Kickstarter, go right now. The show's over, so you can go right now.
Leave.
You can go
Leave
and do
and
that
never
right
come
now.
back.
Leave and go do it.
Don't work
and
become ungovernable.
Don't work, become ungovernable.
Become a triangle.
A huge shout out to our incredible general manager.
Yeah. Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
Oh my god, could have killed us? Could have killed our loved ones? Instead was
next
like,
time.
kill the agency, which, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, we're really anti-capitalist here, so we have to be
Union.
We
anti-capitalist.
laugh, we cry, we rage against the machine, we
Yeah.
become ungovernable,
Become
and we all thrive.
We have
Do
nothing to lose
not
but our
work.
desk chairs.
And we all find love.
We are going to sign off for this evening and bid you farewell. If you like what you see here at Blackwater D&D, please come watch our main campaign Monday nights at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Please go watch Pond. Pond, what are you doing right now? Where can people find you?
Heck, hi there, friends. I currently you will be able to find me on Feywild and Out Monday nights starting, I believe, in August. You can also find me every other Wednesday over on the Initiative Order, where I am playing a Goblins campaign, which is we are level 0 baby goblins, and the chaos is abundant, and the characters are adorable, and it is such a joy. And then you can find me here sometimes doing fun stuff with some of my favorite people. So
Thanks for being here, Pond.
thanks for having me. This was a
Oh,
joy.
truly, anytime. And Faye, what do you do on the internet?
Hello, the things I do on the internet. You can normally find me under the name Mendari, which is spelled Mendarii. I do a lot of world building, writing, and I also do a lot of game design, predominantly for 5th edition, but sometimes for other things, system agnostic or other things that I like to make. I don't know. I've thought about making a bunch of different things for this game. So, if
And
you
you
are,
should.
I might. I'm real tempted. I had a lot of ideas, you know. Anyway, so yeah, I make that stuff all over the internet, predominantly on Twitch. And you can come hang out with me and talk games and stuff.
Amazing. And then last but certainly not least of our wonderful guests for this campaign, Anne.
Hi. Hi, I'm No Man. So on Mondays before Blackwater, I run a show called Be Gay Do Crime. It's a D&D 5e actual play, and the premise is all the players work for the Alphabet Mafia to further the gay agenda through illegal means. So would be happy there.
So happy.
And I do world building on Wednesdays. And tomorrow we have a special one shot where we're doing 3 goblins in a trench coat.
Yes.
Hack of Everyone is John one shot. Because sometimes you just got to be 3 goblins in a trench coat.
100%. Absolutely.
It's just like
Amazing.
that.
And Cody and Tim, I love you both very much. Thank you for being here. It's great. Okay, wonderful. Cody, also you stream on your channel.
Oh yeah. Sometimes. Hi.
What game are you playing right now?
I've been playing Final Fantasy 15. Hi, my name is Cody, and I stream by myself over on Cody VM over here at Twitch. So if you would like, I'm over there.
Amazing. And Tim, who are you on this channel for the folks who might not know?
Oh, I am the dungeon master for our 5th edition campaign that we play on Monday nights.
Amazing.
I am also a writer and a comedian, and sometimes I do live comedy if you're ever in Vancouver.
An
And all that
award nominated
And
DM.
an award-nominated
You go
DM,
vote
so you
for
can go
Tim in the Crit Awards.
Type exclamation point crit to go vote for Tim right
Throw it in
for
the
you
chat
now.
right now.
Do it right now.
It's an absolutely stacked category, and I'm honored to be one of the nominees. But yeah, that's what
Amazing. I am tagging Cody in there. Okay, amazing. We are gonna let you all go to bed. Truly, I'm gonna cast some wonderful
it's
dream
so
magic
2
on.
a.m. for me.
It's so late. It's so late here too. I would like to say to all of you out there in the world, or people watching this at home on VOD, I am going to put my triangle up, and I am going to wish you a transcendent week. Until next time we return to the agency. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Bye.
Become ungovernable. Bye.